Yo,
It's
what's
good.
good? Been a while, man. I'm Eli.
I'm Eddie.
We game it takes. We got a good show for y'all today, man. Look, yo, E,
Yo,
what's good with you, bro?
chilling. What about you? Just working, trying to get to
I,
this bread.
yeah, you know me. Same old, same old. You know what I'm saying? Just had to cook them backstage a little bit. You feel me? Fry them up right quick. But listen to this though.
Yo,
We got a good show for you today, man. Eddie, what we got first? But wait, before that, make sure y'all follow us on our social media platforms:
everything
Facebook,
down.
Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. If you want to support the channel, Cash App is down below. But yeah, what we got first?
We
It's
got
been
it.
a lot of news lately since the Denver Nuggets won the championship. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people not showing them they love. You know, they gonna hate because they was wrong. You know,
Yeah, bro. We know. I know the fans. We've been talking about Denver a lot in this. But we moving into a very very interesting time of basketball, bro. Arguably the most interesting part, aside from the game being played. We moving into free agency, bro. And you know what happened during free agency, no matter when it is, it's gonna be bangers. And this off season is gonna be some bangers, bro. Some real bangers. So, the Miami Heat, they're in discussions. They are a top team. They are the top team right now to pick up Bradley Beal during this free agency, bro. And yes, Bradley Beal, he hasn't been the same player he was in 2021 to that matter. Remember, Bradley Beal was second in points per game in both 2020 and 2022 with about like 30, 31 per game, bro. Bradley
yeah.
Beal is a hooper. He's a basket getter. That's what he can do. And he would be amazing for the Heat. And the Heat being the number one, the team that is able to acquire him, with also having talks of being the number one team to acquire Damian Lillard in a trade and what is that? Trade and sign?
Signing
This
trend.
sign and trade, yeah, sign and trade for this offseason as well, bro. And what those two guys could value to the Heat is honestly amazing, bro. Damian Lillard coming off arguably his best season, 30 and 8 a game, bro. Bradley Beal, like I said, can get you 30 a game. I feel like he wasn't getting 30 a game for Washington these past 2 seasons because he don't want to play there no more. As much as he said, yeah, they're paying the guy $50 million, but we done seen it, bro. Money doesn't always equate to happiness, bro. And Bradley Beal clearly does not want to be there, bro. And then like we seen Jimmy Butler from time to time when it matters can put up 30 in a series. Then we got Bam Adebayo when it matters the most. His only two finals he has, he's played good in both. So when it mattered most, Bam shows up. The Miami Heat have the most finals in the last 4 years. They're the only team to appear in multiple finals. So adding these two guys, with also being having the most Eastern Conference Finals, not only in the last 4 years as well, 3 out of 4, making 75%. Well, salute. Well, tied with the Celtics, but in the last 10 years, they have 5 of 10, which is second for the most conference finals made in the last 10 years. Only one under the Warriors, who made 6. Also, same with finals appearance in the last 10 years. One under the Warriors with 5. So the Miami Heat already has been a well-established franchise, a franchise that has been known to fight for the last 10 years, making consistent final runs, consistent playoff runs, consistent ECF runs. Adding these two guys, man, bro, Eli, this could be
And
some shit.
Dame, first off, Dame, I think Dame just talking. First off, I
Mm-hmm.
could be wrong, but I think Dame just talking. But I tell you what though, Bradley Beal leaving. Bradley
Yeah.
Beal leaving. And sources say, I think from Shams Charania, that goddamn Bradley Beal, no, that the Miami Heat and the Phoenix Suns are
Mm-hmm.
front runners to get Bradley Beal. Do the Suns want to lose in the second round again, bro? Like,
I don't think we could get to
what you
that
got
too, but
doing,
yeah,
bro?
keep talking. Go ahead.
Like, with this, look, first off, with the new CBA, y'all, first of all, y'all just got rid of Chris Paul. That was good. That'll help y'all to get more ass. I don't know if that's established. I don't know if
Wait,
that's
Eli,
official.
because I didn't I had to look a little bit, do a little like couple like a minute research on the CBA. So explain that to the people real quick.
The collective bargaining agreement, the new collective bargaining agreement, basically is, if we think, let's just use the main example, the Golden State Warriors, right? The new collective bargaining agreement is something that would be targeted at a team like the Warriors, who make great front office decisions, and they're a team that in the luxury tax, they're one of
Mm-hmm.
those teams that
Deep
abuse that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're able to pay for certain things because they got a lot of money coming in their arena, all of that stuff. So the collective bargaining agreement will cripple team, not cripple, but it will enable them to really make their
restriction.
roster, really adequate enough, by getting these marquee names and stuff like that. Because the Warriors have been one of the teams that have been really great at doing that. JB, what's good? Salute, big bro.
It's good,
Um,
JB.
yeah. So that's basically what the new collective bargaining agreement does. And it's basically, to me, in my opinion, is gonna kind of, it's like a control. It's the NBA is trying to control the parity in the league. They're trying to make it so there's not many super teams in the league. In my opinion, that's what the new CBA is targeting to do. Especially, we all know it's particularly targeting the Warriors. With the abusing the luxury tax and all of that type of stuff. But yeah, so what I'm saying is, with the new CBA, it's gonna be hard for the Suns to go out there and fill out their roster. They did a great thing by getting. I don't know if that's a sure thing, but they did a great thing by getting rid of Chris Paul, because he had a big contract that he's not worth at this point. No disrespect. So now they had an opportunity to go and make their roster, fill out their roster, get a more depth and be a bigger threat, because they are the only team who showed the Nuggets the most adversity. So if you put more things on that team, they could probably go far further or even test the Nuggets more, right? So from that standpoint, like I said, why are y'all going to get Bradley Beal, bro? Like, that's not gonna help. It's gonna make y'all a bigger threat, but he's a shooting guard. Devin Booker's a shooting guard. Like, I don't know how that will play out. They're both volume scorers. And it's not, like I said, if you go get him, he has a big contract, bro. You
Yeah.
just got rid of Chris Paul to go get Bradley Beal. Chris Paul had a big contract. Now you're getting Bradley Beal. Yeah, he's a better player than Chris Paul at this point, but it's like, you're still not getting any depth. You're just making yourself more top heavy than you already are. So
Yo, not to cut you off, bro. I started thinking of some as well when you brought up the fact that you say he has a big contract. I just remember that, like I said, he's getting paid like almost 50 mil over there. There's only a collective guys that's gonna start as of next season. Nikola Jokic, Steph Curry are the only two players that will be collected $50 million, and Bradley Beal would also be one of those guys, bro. So he's money wise, he's put in a different bracket than a lot of other players, bro. And now I agree with you on that point. That's a very good point. Yes, he is a volume scorer as well, but he's an efficient volume scorer. Bill to Miami is the ideal situation for him for sure. But Devin Booker is also a guy. He didn't play point guard in his career before. He averaged 7 assists on multiple occasions. He's a pretty decent playmaker. I feel like they can make it work with something like that. That could be really scary. I didn't even get to address that part. I forgot that the Suns were the second team also as well to get him. But you're not wrong. I don't think
think
you're
the
wrong.
ideal place for him to go, and I think a lot of people would agree with this. I think it's time. I think it's the perfect time, especially at this point, for him to go to the Bucks, bro. I like that move. I want that move. I want that
bro
move
was
a
gonna
lot,
say
bro.
Miami.
Nah, man. The Miami is great. That's a great choice as well.
Wait,
They got a lot of assets, but I think the Bucks got a lot of assets that they can trade, bro.
No, yeah, they have the best out of. I mean, yeah, they have the best out of anybody. Because I know they. I mean, listen, I did give Chris Middleton heat during the regular season, but when Giannis was gone, he did as much as he could. I'm not. He had a really. He was decent in his. He was good in this series. I'm not even gonna say decent. He was good in that Bucks series. He was good. I gave him a lot of dirt during the regular season, a lot, bro. But he was pretty good in that playoffs. They was unfortunately not able to win it, but he was good enough. Um, and they could work something out with shipping someone like him and maybe another player to the Wizards. And the Wizards are a young team, bro. Can't forget they got KP there with Kyle Kuzma that they got to pay. And I'm thinking they're gonna start to rebuild at this point. So getting rid of Bradley Beal for someone like Chris Middleton, who is going into a vet role, who can still score the ball, then adding a younger guy on the Bucks, not a bad idea. But now if they do something, Eli, if they do something where they're able to keep Chris Middleton, uh, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis, and get Bradley Beal,
Yeah,
man.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, they gotta. Yeah.
Yeah, they do gotta
So,
pay, bro.
wait, he's a
But
free agent. He's an unrestricted
yeah,
free
he's
agent.
he's, he's an unrestricted free agent.
Ah,
But
man.
but JB, even though he had a very good season, bro. What like top five in defensive? What
I think
defensive player of
he
the year?
finished top three. I think yeah, he finished
Top
top
three,
three.
top three, bro. Very good rim protector, bro. But he's old, bro. So he knows that yeah, he can get a good amount of money, but not nothing crazy. He'll probably like 20 to 25. They can pay him that. Chris is getting about 100 million. I mean, JB, you're most likely right though. Getting Bradley Bill would be really good for them. Um, it would be really hard for Giannis to fail at that point, like, or not to win a championship again. It would be, I don't know. I can't see it not him getting Bradley
Yeah,
Bill.
that new CBA is definitely targeted at the highest spending teams like the Warriors and LA. Like I said, yeah. So that's they trying to check because those teams they make like outside of everything else, like their team, their organization, their and the Clippers about to open up their own
Arena,
arena and
yeah,
stuff. Right,
that's next
the
year.
Warriors are already one of those teams that got their own arena and all this, and got a lot of money coming in. They could take advantage of the luxury tax and not be worried about it because they got money coming in. They'll, you know what I'm saying? So they try the league is trying to trickle down on that. I guess crack down on that. I'm not too savvy on it and know all about it. I may be wrong, so don't really quote me on it. But as far as my best understanding, that's what the league is trying to do. They're trying to keep the parity what it is in the league, which has been
and
absolutely great.
and
We
I'm not
haven't
gonna
been
lie.
knowing who's going to win the championship.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It is a good rule. By the way you explained it, it is a good rule. And honestly, I know other sports will implement that rule. For example, baseball, they don't have a luxury tax, so a lot of teams go crazy in the off season. So I know the NBA is they're a trendsetter. They set a lot of trends for the other leagues or the other sports. So this could transition to multiple sports. This could go into other sports. This CBA rule. So I think it's a pretty good rule, bro. The Warriors, like, yeah, bro, it's kind of not fair how they get to pay too much people go into luxury tax and then still be able to pay someone the next season or continue to do that, bro. It's like we get it, bro. You guys make the most money. You guys have the most fans. To get it. You guys could just pay off, but it's like, come on, bro. We got other teams who don't have fans like that, and it's like it kind of gives them a bigger advantage, and we know they've had advantage for the last 10 years.
Yeah, we definitely know that. But what we got next, bro?
Moving on from that, let's talk about the GOAT and how he wasn't the GOAT for as a general manager, bro. Honestly, one of the worst general managers of all time, Michael Jordan, bro. I'm not too savvy on how many general
Wait,
managers.
he was the GM and owner, or he was just the owner?
Oh, bro, but I think he moved up to the owner. He was the
Oh yeah, I
GM
think
and then
yeah,
he
he
moved up
was
to
a
the
GM.
owner.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So
No, he was the GM of the Wizards, and then he became the
yeah,
owner.
he was the GM of the Wizards. My fault. But it's Michael Jordan, bro. Anything, anything he say, go, bro. It's his team. And he knows basketball. Unlike some owners, like he played the game, so they're gonna respect what he says regardless. So I feel like he was kind of all of the above, a coach, a GM, and a thing. Michael Jordan, man. Honestly, one of the worst team owners in NBA history. Charlotte had the worst record of all time. They won an average of 10% of their games. When was that? 2012? The Charlotte Bobcats,
I
bro.
think
When they
that was
were
like
Bobcats.
2014 or something, bro.
Nah, 2014. They made
I
the.
think it was
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it was 2014.
around
I
there,
know
2013 to
2015 they made the playoffs. They made the playoffs two times. Michael Jordan led this team to two playoff appearances. The greatest player of all time led his team to two playoff appearances. The worst record ever. They were 401 and 600. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that's around the record that they were 400 and 600. So they were negative by about 200 games, bro. Eli, what you got to say, bro? Your GOAT, man. Your GOAT is the worst owner of all time, bro.
Hold on, I'm trying to look up their record, the Bobcats record. I think they're like
They were
14
9
and
and
59 or
73.
some shit.
I think they were 9 and 73.
Nah, they was like 14 and 60 something, bro. I'm not gonna
Nah,
lie.
I ain't gonna lie, they won a single digit amount of games. I checked I was looking at it on Facebook earlier. I could be wrong, I don't know, but I could have sworn it was like 9.
They were. Let me see. Damn, why they not showing the record? Damn, why they ain't showing the record, bro?
Let me try to help you out a bit.
It was 2013 though. Let me see. Hold on. 2013 Hornets record. Damn, I ain't even popping up. Uh, I don't know. It ain't popping up, but they were atrocious, bro. Now it was 2011, 2012.
Yeah, they were 7-59 in the expansion. The not the expansion.
The lockout.
The lockout. Yeah, yeah. They were 7-59.
It was his rookie. Yeah, bro. Yeah. That, Jordan, man, I don't know. Just because you was a great player don't mean you're gonna be a
Mm-hmm.
great and everything else, bro. And he a guy who real competitive. We seen Charles Barkley called him out and said he not doing a very good job. And that was a couple years ago, and it rang true to this day. He got salty, and now he don't f with Charles Barkley, who we known to be one of his closest friends in the world, bro.
Mm-hmm. Through the years. Wait, let me get
Ah
back on
man,
the at, bro. Oh, yeah, JB. The Charlotte done had a lot of players through the years, bro. Obviously not the greatest players in the league, no MVPs, but they done had a lot of talent through the years, bro. That either let go or they just don't train them right, bro. I feel like Lamelo's not being trained right. I feel like Terry Rozier. I feel like a ton of these guys, Kelly Oubre is not being used right. A lot of these
I
guys
mean
are
player
not being used right.
development.
Player development. I feel like, and again, that's Michael Jordan's fault because he's supposed to hire the guys that are the best at this, bro. The best to, and he was a player. We know this. Whether you got him as the greatest, he's one of the greatest. He should know who's the best, like player development, people to hire, bro. He should know everyone to hire.
I don't like how you like. You feel me? He is the goat, man. What you mean?
Bro, I'm saying other people got their
I don't
list, bro.
like how you like because you got to
Bro, you
like
railing off, bro. You railing off.
before. Nah, I'm just saying before it's like no, he is the goat, huh? Now it's oh,
I think he the greatest. I'm just saying, you know how other people think, bro. You feel me? Let's stay on the L train though. Let's not try to get off of none, bro. Right? So he should know most of the people, bro, because he was in the league for 15 years, dominated it for 13. So he should know who's the right people to work with, who should get their players going, who should not, bro.
look. Like I said, it don't. He was a great player, but that don't trickle down to him being a great GM or a thing. It's players with a lot less talent than Michael Jordan who have a better eye for that shit. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. He played it out. You know what I'm saying? He quit. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time somebody can say, yeah, Michael Jordan quit. You know what I'm saying? He gave up the team, whatever, his hometown team and blase squaze. But that team, bro, first off, I hate to do this to y'all. Shout out to Charlotte, but come on, man. Y'all mascot boring. Everything about y'all boring. Y'all up there with the Jazzes of the world and who else? Help me out. The Pelicans of the world. Just the marketing is just funky, man. It's not, it's cheesy, bro. It's no real appeal. You out there in Charlotte. I mean, what's so great about Charlotte? No, no disrespect, bro. No disrespect, but come on, man. It ain't nothing too
I mean,
great about Charlotte.
NCU, NCU right
Yeah.
there.
I mean, Michael
That's
Jordan.
about it. That's about it.
I mean, yeah,
Listen,
man.
bro. I'm just saying he had a lot of talent through the years, and I don't expect a championship, but I expect more than two playoff
It's
appearances.
that is
I
just a
expect more
team
than
that's
two
gonna
playoff
have to
appearances.
be homegrown, bro. They got a lot of money. They got a lot. Now I want to say I don't know what they got, but I'm sure they got enough money to go out there and get a quality player that could change the trajectory of their franchise. But nobody want to go there, bro. Like that's gonna be the player that y'all gonna have to be homegrown, or unless y'all trade for a player. You know what I'm saying? That didn't want to be traded because I don't see nobody requesting for a trade. Yeah, I want to go to Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte where it's at.
Oh
Nah,
yeah,
man.
I heard too. J. Cole is one of the stake owners now. He owns a part of the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, that's what's up. He gonna go gray very soon, dealing with that organization, bro. But hopefully he could be, better than what Jordan was. He's trying to be a part of the NBA any way possible, whether it be playing or being the owner or whatever. So shout out to J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? But Michael Jordan, yeah, it's cool. I see a lot of clowns on social media talking about how Michael Jordan is not the GOAT because of that. Because he just quit on the he just quit on the franchise and sold it, and LeBron would never do that, and guys like Nick Wright saying shit like that. In whatever
What?
context you want to take it.
He said that?
Yeah, because he said people bring up Michael Jordan, the outside of basketball stuff. They bring up, oh, he's the GOAT because he made being bald look good. His shoes. They talk about everything outside of
Eh,
basketball. Why he the GOAT? That's why he brought up that lame shit about So it's cool. It's
listen,
whatever.
it's like, bro, someone like him with his his audience, bro, he ain't supposed to be doing shit like that. Like that's for that talk on like Jordan being a GOAT because of his shoes and all that. That's that casual talk, bro. Nick Wright ain't a casual, bro. He be saying some shit just like everyone do. But come on, bro. That's like that's skip level, bro. That's skip level of nonsense, bro.
I think it's
Like
time we start putting him in that conversation, bro.
we might have
Skip.
to, bro. We might
You know
have
what I'm
to,
saying?
bro. You
Skip.
can't like. Damn. But yeah, bro, back on Michael Jordan, because I'm not done, bro. Again, bro, I really just can't believe with all that talent through the years, bro. 2 playoff runs, bro. I'm like I said, I'm not expecting no rings. They didn't even make it past the first round. Cole already gray he is, but bro, I don't know, bro. And then with the name of guys they had in the last 3 years, they don't even have a playoff run. They have a play-in appearance, and lost it. What talent, bro? So Terry Rozier, LaMelo Ball, Kelly Oubre, Gordon
Hey,
Hayward,
Rozier, Kelly Oubre, them niggas
PJ
not no
Washington.
talent,
Those
bro.
guys not talent. PJ Washington is a 3-and-D. Can give you 15.
LaMelo talented. Um,
Yo, but this is my thing, bro. Eli, you would rather sit here and give a guy like Sean Livingston credit, never averaged 10 points in his career, bro.
I
Talk about
didn't. Come on,
he
man.
got
I
the
didn't say he was talented, Eddie. Come on, bro. Stop it, bro. Come on, man. I said he did his thing, bro. Come on, don't switch that.
bro. He did his thing, averaging like 6 points, huh?
Bro, whatever, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. Hey,
Without Sean Livingston, they depth looking a lot more thinner than what. That's what I'm saying, bro. But that's not even a
with
slogan.
his 6 points,
All right, bro.
come on,
Just
bro.
go
Like,
ahead.
and that's just my. That's
You
just
acting
my
like he
thing,
wasn't out there playing defense neither, bro. But it's whatever, bro.
bro.
We not
He
even
would
talking
not
about
know
Sean
his
Livingston.
spectacular Spider-Man.
It don't matter.
defender.
It don't matter if you say
He was not no
spectacular
spectacular
because, like I said, he
Spider-Man
wasn't
defender.
talented, but he was playing defense, bro.
He was not playing
He was a
defense
big
like
guard.
that, bro.
Whatever, bro. We not
You
even
could
talking
say
about that.
Iggy and
Whatever, man.
bro, just because they're young and inexperienced don't mean they got talent. It's like Eli called the Cavs inexperienced last year, bro. You not about to sit here and tell me Donovan Mitchell is not talented. Evan Mobley, who I will say real soon, in a couple years, he's gonna be in the top 15 discussion players in the league, bro. That guy he's a basket, bro. A very good defender, can score the ball. He disappointed us this last playoff run, but that was his first playoff run. It happens. Oh God, he got the knees of an 80-year-old. His weak ass. Anyway,
Put
bro,
some
I'm not saying
respect on it, man. This thing
JB.
crazy,
Listen,
bro.
bro. I'm not saying they should win a championship, bro. They lost 2 playing games in 2021, bro. They have talent, bro. Regardless whether you say they're inexperienced or not, they have talent, bro. It may not be the best in the league, but they have talent. And another thing, going back to 2011 and 12, there should be no reason why. I don't care, bro. Any NBA team should win 7 games, bro. This is the professionals, bro. They won 7 games. I can't believe that, bro. And it's been 12 years since then. 7 games, bro. Like that's some junior high school, like bottom of high school type shit, bro. Like
The
how is
last
that
team I
even
could think
possible?
of that was that bad was the 2017 76ers or 2016. Either one. That shit was terrible.
The Warriors in 2020 was like 10, I think, and 54, something like that.
Nah, the Sixers was worse than them, bro.
Yeah, they were worse. That was like 2015, I think. That was when Joel was during his injury time and all that. But yeah, bro, like, bro, it's not even a fact that I think no NBA team should be that bad. Michael Kidd Gilchrist, I'm talking drafted Jordan didn't
My boy
draft
was
him.
shooting like this, son.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah. Damn. What's with the league? That's when the league was real.
I for sure that was the last really good defensive year I wouldn't say really good. That was when defense was still at its best, bro. 2013, like before then, 2013 and before, defense was still played really good. We'd had some decent years since then, 2014, 15, 16, I think was the last really good year we had. That's about it, though. But ever since then, defense, sunk. And the NBA in it all, bro. Like, we didn't have, like, Eli proved me, I wouldn't say he proved me wrong. I was wrong, and he said there has been a lot of super teams. I said, I felt like it wasn't because obviously it was like one or two super teams that really won championships, bro. So when I really looked at it, there's been a ton, bro. And I think that's where we went wrong.
And you know what? Since we was really going back and forth and arguing about this earlier, I think we should make this a live debate, bro. Because you telling me that when Kyrie Irving left the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2017 after they lost in the finals and went to the Celtics, and the Celtics went and got Gordon Hayward from the Jazz, who was an all-star caliber player.
Yeah.
You telling me
you could call him an all-star? I'll give you that. You call him all-star.
You telling me that team that Celtics team in 2017 was not perceived to be a super team, bro, before Gordon Hayward got hurt.
Perceived to be a super team. Nah, I'm not
saying that he got hurt, and was never the same. That's what I'm saying. So,
but listen, this is what I asked you too. I asked you the same situation with Ben Simmons with the Nets. I mean, I don't think they were perceived to. Man, I was a little younger, so the only super team I knew for sure was the Heat and the Warriors through those years. So, from what I remember, I didn't think they were going to be a super team. I didn't think they was. So I want to ask JB and Q, do you guys think that they were a super team with Gordon Hayward coming off, not his injury, coming off his season from the Jazz? Do you think they were perceived to be a super team, bro? Because I asked Eli almost the same situation with Ben Simmons coming off the spasms in the that's what I told him. That was year one for Tatum, and Jaylen Brown year two. But that's what I was telling Eli. These guys were young. When we think about the names, for sure, bro, when we look back at it now, Jason Tatum was on that team. We know he's a superstar now. We know Jaylen Brown. I say he's a superstar. Some guys argue him as a fringe or an all-star. We know those names now. Go ahead, Eli.
I'm going to say this, bro. That team, top to bottom, they had everything they could ask for. Offensively, defensively. Then you had a guy who was you had two guys that were third picks. Either that were interchangeable. You could take them off the bench or you could put them in the star lineup. Either way, they positions was they had reliable guys at that position other than Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. But so those guys were interchangeable in the lineup, bro. They had a lot of depth on that team. So for those guys to be able to come off the bench, and y'all saying that, look, up top they had Kyrie Irving, Al Horford in his prime. They had Gordon Hayward, who was an all-star caliber player, like I said. He was a top 5 small forward in the league. That's a fact.
Wait, who? Gordon Hayward? Yeah. Small forward. I ain't gonna lie, small forward start spot is weak after what? KD and Kawhi is weak after that. So he probably was 4, maybe 5. But Eli, let me break a few things you said. You said they were a top tier offensive team, but I told you they were
no. I didn't say they were a top tier offensive team. Well, I said they had all they were needed offensively. That's why I didn't say it was. But look, you know, bro, hold on, you know this.
And then you said Al Horford in his prime. His prime was in Atlanta. We know that. His prime was in Atlanta. His best years was with the Atlanta Hawks.
I'm talking about in the prime of his career, bro. I'm not talking about his prime of his game and none of that. That's what people. He was still young. Is what I'm saying. He was still fairly young. But then I forgot what I was gonna say. What you saying?
Damn. Oh yeah, how they was 18th in offense.
I'm saying look, they offense. Yeah, that number is iron. But I'm saying you can't tell me that they couldn't put numbers on the board, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying they had as much offense that they would have needed, bro.
It's easy to put numbers up on the board when you're the best defensive team in the league. They were number 1 in defensive rating, so it's easy to put numbers up when you're the best defensive team. It's easy to put those offensive numbers up. Then when you got someone like Kyrie, yes, might not be a leader. Honestly, that was Kyrie's best season he's ever played in his entire career. You can maybe argue.
And
2 years ago.
And also, it was people saying that team was the best team in the Eastern Conference and that they was going to go to the finals, bro.
But it took later. It took to when they won.
It took later.
Best team in the Eastern Conference. They would
I
definitely
mean,
argue that.
this is
Wait,
what. Hold on. This is what Gordon Hayward being injured, my guy.
I wouldn't say they. It was a few guys who said they were the best, but mainly the Raptors was argued as the best team, and they were thought to go out to the finals. And we know what happened. LeBron told, and LeBron James was still in that discussion with the Cavs, bro, because he was LeBron James, and he still, you know, the Sixers team in 2019. What we JB we talked about that. Thank you for agreeing. Kyrie didn't even play in the play.
Yeah,
Yeah, we know that,
I
but he's
know
talking
that. We
about
know that.
he talking about from the perception if they got Gordon Hayward to play fully healthy. So if it was Gordon, all right. So if the starting lineup all right, because
Bro,
Jason said,
let me say this before you go. If that team was fully healthy, they beating the Cavs, bro.
oh,
I don't care what nobody say.
bro,
They
but
beating the Cavs, bro.
I just told you about that, bro.
You can tell me whatever. If that team was fully healthy, they're beating the Cavs, in my opinion. Bro.
I get the argument, bro. I really do. They went 7, and I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think they were favored to win that shit. I'm not sure if they were favored. I could be wrong. I ain't gonna lie. They might have not been because
Nah,
at the end of the day.
I don't
Actually,
know.
no, they wasn't. They wasn't because the Cavs were, I think, third in favorites to win the championship. Obviously, the Warriors, and I forgot who was second. That's 2018. Never mind. Kawhi was injured after that. So, damn, I don't even know who was second, but I know the Cavs were top 3 in favorites to win a championship. So clearly, they in favors to go to ECF. The injury, yeah.
And let me ask JB this. JB, I told Eddie when we was getting into this little dispute, I said Gordon Hayward's last year with the Jazz was better than any season that any best season of Ben Simmons' career. I told Eddie that, and he was going crazy. Am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but I know how good Gordon Hayward was, bro. BBO, salute. What's good, Brody?
What's good, BBO?
I said Gordon Hayward's last year with the Jazz, I gotta repeat this, was better than any season of Ben Simmons' entire career. He as the leader of a team, led a team to the playoffs. Ben Simmons never done that. And I'm not saying that Ben Simmons in his prime would not be able to do that because he never got the opportunity to do that. But I mean, I look at him now, you know, I ain't gonna judge him off that. I'm gonna be fair. I'm not gonna judge him what he look like right now because you know he got no confidence, and confidence is very important for an NBA player, for any athlete. But you know what I'm saying? JB said it's close.
But JB, that wasn't a question. He asked you who did you prefer. But look, when we look at it like this, right? Ben Simmons did everything else better but scored the ball. Literally everything else. There's nothing else that you get pat. Gordon Hayward couldn't pass the ball. He was averaging like 3 assists. He barely could rebound the ball. He was averaging like 5 rebounds. And Ben Simmons' game is just more all around. I'm not taking, all right, you could say that little one playoff run, he got them 2, winning like 43, 44 games. Shit was cool, bro. Can still got a chance to change the narrative on him. I don't. I mean,
you say he would favor Hayward.
Nah, I know he said he would favor Hayward, but I don't change the net. I mean, he's saying he has him because Ben Simmons can still change the narrative. I don't really get that, but shit, I just don't know. The guy averaged 22 points, which is like what? Which is 5 more than Ben Simmons ever averaged. I mean,
I just value his leadership, bro. I value his leadership, his
bro,
impact.
He took him to 1.
You keep saying he took him to 1. Most people don't even lead their team to 1, bro. But Ben Simmons never done that. And like I say that,
he never got that. That's why.
I just said that, but he didn't do it. And I don't think he could have done it. I really don't. I don't think he has the confidence or the leadership qualities to do that. So I'm looking at it from that. Gordon Hayward to me was just a better player in his prime, and I think he was on his way to that, but that injury cut his shit short. You talking about he was an All-Star 1 or 2 times, Ben Simmons All-Star 5 times.
Once.
Yeah,
3 times.
He was on his way. He was still relatively a young player at that time, and his shit got short. We all seen his goddamn ankle come off the bone, bro, and he was never the same after that. I'm taking the Hayward season, Eddie. LOL. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But look. Speaking of Ben Simmons. What's wrong with Ben Simmons? Like, we all know the history. I don't think we properly addressed this on this channel. We all know the history of Ben Simmons. one of the most talented players I've ever seen. I don't care what nobody say. As far as and especially in his prime, which is crazy. We saying in his prime, he only still like 26 or whatever. Crazy. As far as physically talented, IQ wise, what he can do on the court, like what can he do besides shoot? It's literally nothing. He was expected to be the next LeBron James. That was his ceiling. Like no other players had that really that comparison. I mean, you could say Vic, but people think he gonna be better than LeBron and Jordan. You could say
But in terms of
Zion
like
Williamson, but Zion
comparable
Williamson
games,
was just the dunker that LeBron was. He
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
the actual
it's
player
just in
that
terms of the comparable
in terms
games. Yeah.
of yeah. But Ben Simmons, like, it's sad, bro. I thought everybody was saying, "Oh, he's a jump shot away for being LeBron James," especially Stephen A.
Yeah.
And his lack of this confidence is what's costing him. It's costing him greatly. The man was scared to shoot a three. It took him to his third or fourth season to finally shoot a wide open three. I mean, I don't know, bro. And then he had this whole stuff with the Sixers. Eddie telling me that people finally figured out how to stop Ben Simmons in 2021. They've been figured out how to stop him, man.
So if they did figure out how to stop him, why was the reason they couldn't get past the second round because of Joel Embiid just performing terrible? We already know. We already know in
It wasn't
2019.
just because of Joel Embiid, bro.
It was, bro.
Bro, do you know, Eddie, having Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons on the court was clogging the paint, bro?
How Joel Embiid could shoot the ball? How is he
Yeah,
clogging
he
the
could
paint?
shoot the ball, but he's not a volume
Okay,
three-point shooter,
so
bro.
this is all right. So there's been postseasons in LeBron's career where guys guarded him from the mid range, bro. Almost. That type of talk don't count, bro. What do you mean?
I think he's talking about the comparison to LeBron, or he either talking about and I said he the most talented player I've seen.
Oh, it's two E's though. I don't know you talking.
One of them more. Physically, Ben Simmons is the closest to LeBron.
Bro, in terms of his all around
know.
game, bro. I don't know about physically, but in terms of his all around game. But what was we talking about again? Oh yeah. Wait. Damn. Oh. Okay, Draymond Green. All right, so when Draymond Green was in the paint with Kevon Looney for a lot of last year, that was clogging it. And for the most time, the Sixers had a similar system like the Warriors with a lot of 3-point shooters up front. JJ Redick, and a bunch of other shooters around. Josh Richardson, guys.
And what year you referring to Draymond though?
Last year.
Here's the thing with Draymond Green, bro.
Well, we could go 2017, 18.
Draymond too. Green, like, his IQ is better than Ben Simmons. He's not the passer. He's not the passer that Ben Simmons is. He's not the athlete. None of that.
Okay, IQ. Okay.
His IQ. Ben Simmons, he'll be at the top of the key, wide open. Okay. Not take the shot. He'll completely run into you, knowing that the paint, like they're building the wall. He'll run into you and try to go over you and lay the ball up, and it's just a fucking disaster. His IQ is kind of short, bro. When you see everybody on the court is a non-factor, and the whole team is zoning out on him for him to shoot, he drives to the rack and running into them and charge. You know what I'm saying? He's not. Draymond will see that the team is the opposing team wants him to shoot, and he'll find a way to make that necessary pass. Ben Simmons, a lot of times when he's wide open, I don't see him do that.
No, I don't think that's true. I think Ben Simmons, because listen, we were getting mad that Ben Simmons wasn't taking shots at all. He was making a lot of passes. We was getting mad at that. He was finding a way to pass the ball every single time. We literally seen Ben Simmons pass out a shot over Trae Young, bro. We was getting mad that Ben Simmons wasn't taking shots at all. He wasn't trying to be more aggressive scoring the ball. There's been times, yeah, he tried to force the paint, even though it was about two guys in the paint. But he's always had like a 5-out type of offense, similar to what Giannis had with the Bucks throughout the years, with like Brook Lopez stretching the floor, Bobby Portis, him, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, all guys who can shoot the ball. He had that over there. Joel Embiid could shoot about 36, 37 from the three. Tobias Harris shot 40 from the three before. Like I said, Shake Milton also, when he was starting there, could shoot the ball. Throughout the year, these are the players he had throughout the years on his team who can shoot the ball, shoot lights out. So there's been times where he tried to, he forced it if Joel Embiid was down there. But for the majority of the point, we was mad that Ben Simmons was not aggressive enough. He was not scoring the ball enough. We've always been mad at that and him not shooting it. Those have been the two things we've been mad at Ben Simmons' game, bro. That he was not aggressive enough to score the ball and aggressive enough to shoot the ball or confident enough to shoot the ball. So you can't sit here and say you can fully blame the fact that he was they gave him a lot of space to shoot and he was forcing shots up in the paint. That's not at all with him. Because if that was true, he would be shooting a lot less worse from the field than he was in his playoffs.
People don't know shit about basketball. See, I told you that's the thing. You say I made that up. People don't know shit about basketball. Tell the guys to get outside themselves. Dude was a walking double-double. Simmons is cooked. Here's my point, bro. For you to say that I want the comments to attest to this. For you to say that Ben Simmons only got figured out just in 2021 is lunacy, bro.
To be quite honest, if he had his first two runs was good, so how is it that, bro? We know how the second one played out. We know why it went to 7 because of Joel Embiid, bro.
You keep, and I get it, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm not putting it all on Joel Embiid, bro. To begin with, I think the 76 team top to bottom was better than that Toronto team on the roster wise.
Yeah.
I don't think that shouldn't even win. So I think that should have won 6, but that's neither here nor there.
And was mainly because of the leader of the team, the best player of the team, bro. The guy who people been capping for so long. It was bad coaching as well. We did establish that, and they went and got damn near. I wouldn't. Doc is not a worse coach than that Brett guy, but he ain't that far off. But and then that's another thing right there with Ben Simmons, having someone like Doc Rivers coach him.
Yeah, that's a fact, BBO. I think
we're not arguing none of that. Y'all cooking that, man.
I think that's the main thing, bro. That's the confidence, bro. If he had the confidence, this man would be well on his way to be in the all-time race.
Because listen, Eli, right? He only had 3 playoffs runs. I don't think you can possibly get figured out in your first one. Because how would they? You feel me? The second one, that was his best one out of the 3. The third one is when he averaged about 12 points. He averaged 9 in the ECF. No, the second round against the Hawks, bro. Like that's why I remember that series. I watched every single game of that series. We was arguing a lot about that because remember I was going for my boy Trey. But I was disappointed on what was happening. And what was happening? What you did that for, bro? What you did that for, bro?
They should have put this is BBO, man. They should have put the ball
ball in Jimmy's hands. That's what made them lose to the Raptors. That's another thing too. Jimmy wasn't all that good in that series, though. He was probably
Philly fans ruined Ben Simmons and Joel with my wrench. Oh, my bad, bro. I gotta my bad, bro. I'm gonna do it on the I gotta do it on the what I'm gonna do. I got you. The same is saying Ben needs to shoot was the same they saying Giannis needs to can't make this shit up.
Okay. Shoot, that's a good one.
That's a good point. But I think the difference with that is Giannis he's not afraid to shoot.
Yeah, Giannis, yeah.
And he's way more aggressive than Ben Simmons. I really, and I'm not trying to knock Giannis. I really think there's no way with the talent that Ben Simmons have, which I think, bro, I'm gonna just say, bro, I think he's more talented than Giannis, bro. I don't care what nobody's saying.
Oh yeah.
With the talent Ben Simmons got, that a lot of people saying, why can't Ben do what Giannis doing? He's just as strong. He probably even more agile. He's 6'10". Why can't he do that? I think it's all up here, bro.
Yeah,
it's all up here, bro.
But and that, yo, Eli, that's why I said, let's read it. Jimmy was balling. Eddie Stein. Drink that Mad Dog. If he was balling, they would have won, bro.
Oh,
let me not say that. Bro, he was good, bro. I said Jim unfortunately played with Stephen Clay. That's the difference. Yeah, that is true, but he has guys, obviously. I'm not comparing those guys to how good they are, but he had a similar system with 4 other shooters in that system, bro. Golden State only had about 2 guys who could shoot 2 best shooters of all time, but they only had 3 guys in that system that could really shoot the ball really well. That's what I'm saying, compared to Ben Simmons 4 who can shoot the ball really well. That's all I'm saying. But what really led me to the point that he got figured out in 21 was that he took a year off without really being injured. Ben Simmons was not injured last year, bro. He took off for mental purposes. That's what really led me to think that this guy has simply been figured out because he didn't do it. He didn't do it in 21. He didn't do it in 20. He didn't do it in 19. Ben Simmons a gym. My LBJ, bro.
Yeah, I got a little rivalry going on, right? I peep that, bro. That's just
Bro,
not.
it's bro, JB. All I'm saying is it was lights out shooters in Philly, bro. Just like it's lights out shooters in Golden State. That's a similarity, bro. Any team that has lights out Bucks, lights out shooters is similarity to Golden State. They have the record for most threes ever held in a game. Any team that can shoot lights out has a similarity with the Warriors.
I think.
I'm not
Look,
saying they're the same thing.
Benson, and this how I view Bust. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what they think. I don't. This is my opinion. I don't. Yeah, I view Bust by their what they did in college, their potential, their talent, right? Their expectations. I put all that in the bunch,
And when he was drafted,
and I critique them by that. By that, Ben Simmons is one of the biggest busts in NBA history, bro.
but bro,
Hold on. Until further notice.
Okay.
Because right now he's on some bust shit, bro. Because we know what he did when he was at, productive. Until that, because the man was compared to LeBron James, and this goes back to what I said about Victor Wembanyama, bro. His expectations, his talent, what he's doing before the NBA, because he's not in college, over there in the league he's in. I'm judging based off all those things where he's drafted, where we all know he's gonna be #1 overall. Like I said, putting that all together, if he doesn't live up to those expectations, I'm not saying he has to live up to it 100%, but if he doesn't live up to it at least 90, 85, 90%, he's the biggest bust in NBA history, bro.
Because
that's why I view a bust as not even living up to your expectations, bro. Your talent, where you was drafted, all of that. I'll take all that into account.
Listen. I'm not gonna lie. Eddie is my guy, but that K2 man, bro. Kawhi gave that team bucket. So okay, this is another reason why. Because Jimmy was the main assignment on Kawhi Leonard, bro. Right? It was between Jimmy and Ben Simmons. I remember that series.
Hey, BB, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yo, BB gave me tight, bro.
He gave me tight too. That's my guy, though, man. Versus similar.
Bro, yo, JB, you making it hard. I'm gonna, Oh, he said JJ Redick was a bust. Yeah, JJ Redick was elite in college, and then he got. Hey, that's a good point. I ain't gonna lie. Damn, they cut they type so much, and then it's like I be forgetting what I'm saying, bro. Yo, oh yeah, I remember what I was saying. JB, we're gonna drop the link. I'm back on your ass for KG because I did a little more research, and I'm gonna cook you about it, bro. He's a 7. Okay, there we go. That's another thing I was about to talk about. All right, Wembanyama, bro. Now, I think because it's been 7 years since the hype of Ben Simmons, but with Ben Simmons, bro, he was getting the hype of LeBron James and the comparison to his game. His game was also similar. So I kind of see what Eli is talking about now. Further notice, he is known as a bust because it was two things they were comparing him to. With Wembanyama, he was getting compared to his name, how he can be the biggest prospect, not his game. He doesn't have a similar game to LeBron. Ben Simmons had the game plus the height, the highlights, a lot of things, bro.
Yeah.
So if we generally talk about it, I can see why he's being labeled as, well, Eli can label him as one of the biggest busts, bro. Honestly.
Yeah,
I know it's only been 1 year, but it's like, bro, sometimes that's all it is, bro. You got a year.
He's been getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say you can even say defensively now, but I'm talking about he's only got worse defensively as of this past season.
Yeah.
But as far as offensively, he's been getting worse and worse and worse offensively. There's been no improvement. This man, BBO, bro. Hold on. It's levels to this, Eddie. You not ready?
It's not, bro. You be capping for that man, KG, bro.
I'm gonna drop the link, and I hope y'all brothers still in. But we got a couple more times
before the show. Ben was a 3-time All-Star. We know that. BBO, you telling us shit we know.
Yeah, but that's not all he was supposed to be, though, BBO. Drop the link. I got my Dutch oven. I got y'all like 10 more minutes. Because how many more topics we got?
Nah, we could say those for next. I mean, yeah, we could do one or two.
Now we got to get to those. We
could do one or two more. We got a few more left. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We got the Josh suspension. We got a few more.
All right, so just narrow it down to the most important ones.
All right, bro. Moving on. That was a long topic, a good topic we talked about, but we got to get to this Mike Malone versus LeBron, man. we gotta get to that. I mean, I touched up on the situation. I was paying attention to. I'm like, LeBron said that long paragraph. I'm like, God damn, LeBron really mad. LeBron don't really get out of his character like that, bro. But what I will say though, which I don't like with LeBron sometimes, bro, he be getting cocky, bro. He get ahead of himself, bro, and that's why people don't like calling him the GOAT because he like to do things like this. He don't like letting people have their shine. He can't go 10 minutes without hearing LeBron James. That's all he want. He want the fame all day. Like, well, come on.
Look, I should have put it up here with Mike below. I sent it to Q. It was a little voiceover with the guy who do the voiceovers.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, I don't know the name of the guy. It was funny. Mike Malone went out there. First off, they introduced him, and the guy who introduced Mike Malone in the parade was talking about he came into the league as the son of a coach, and now he's the Lakers' daddy and all this extra shit.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
see Mike Malone's face. He ain't really liked that dude did that shit, but he went up there and he wasn't too. He still kept that same energy, but not to that degree that guy said that crazy shit. But the Lakers got 17 of them. They got to catch up. You know what I'm saying? So calm down on that one. But I get what he's saying. That Lakers team's daddy. But it's a little rivalry going on. Kendrick Perkins said it's not a rivalry. Those are rivalry words right there.
Yeah.
You think they forgot what y'all did to them in 2020?
Yeah.
They didn't forget about that, man. So they came back and they did y'all the worst way. It was a 4-game sweep that was close. It was one like that last year, but a sweep is not close. See, I don't care how y'all categorize the games. A sweep is a sweep. They weren't close in the series. They were close in the games. Whatever that counts
okay.
for.
That's fair.
So it's a rivalry, bro. And the Lakers not messing with the Nuggets, bro. There's nothing they can do in free agency. There's nobody they could go get. I just don't believe in. I believe the Lakers will always be a threat having AD and LeBron, and that's something you can't underestimate. And I did that, but it's like them dudes just not gonna get it done. They always need somebody new. They always need to add somebody. They always need to get this and that. How much more do you need? It's always an excuse. It's just not meshing well.
I'm thinking about it, Eli. Since LeBron got to LA, there's been not only free agency but trades every single season since then. 2019 going to get AD, then in 2021 picking up Melo and them boys, and they got Westbrook in 2021, right? I'm not bugging, right? Westbrook was on the Wizards. No, Westbrook was on the Wizards. They got him the next year, 2022. They got Melo in 21, Dennis Schroeder, a couple other guys. Then, unless Dennis, I could be wrong. Dennis Schroeder probably was already on the championship roster, but I know they made trades and pickups in the offseason of 21. Then 2022 picked up Westbrook. Every year has been something with the Lakers, bro. They've made changes every year. I don't expect not to make changes again this year, bro. So, Eli, right? And then what made it even more scary? I'm thinking at the end of the day, it is LeBron James and AD. If you do add another player, how can you not say they might not win? But now that I'm thinking about it, LeBron, from thinking about LeBron's last 2 playoff runs, how it hasn't been as LeBron as supposed to be, how he's supposed to be dominant in the playoffs, arguably the greatest playoff performer. Then you got AD, who again in 2020, his last fully healthy playoff run was phenomenal. You got people saying that AD in 2021, they would have won the series if he played. I don't agree with that against the Suns in the first round, right? You got a lot of things that they make up, and they couldn't get a game. These 2 guys could not get a game against the Nuggets, bro. So now that I'm thinking about it, no matter who they get, if they couldn't get a game with them 2, you add whoever else you want. I don't see you guys being them, bro. LeBron got to cut that salty shit out.
It's like I said, and why the Nuggets were so dominant, people so shocked. I'm just glad that what we were saying got to play out throughout its entirety. And
that's the best feeling.
And it's a shame that a lot more people if it was a lot more people watching us, which it will be in due time, we will be getting that credit. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been speaking of the Nuggets when they were doubted against the Suns. You know what I'm saying? I kind of thought the Lakers had a chance to beat the Nuggets. I was one of those guys. But I didn't think for a second the Nuggets couldn't beat the Lakers.
Yeah.
I thought that was a 50-50 series. I told you that, Eddie. Guess what? It wasn't. Because you know why I thought the Lakers it was a chance the Lakers could beat them because
Defense.
they've done it before in defense. They had the best defense in the playoffs, and that didn't mean nothing. They got swept.
Honestly, and I'm not
And
mad
they
from
had the best matchup for it. They had the best matchup along with the. And I think the Lakers were a better matchup than the Celtics, which people kept screaming and yelling about. The Lakers matched up better to defend the Nuggets than the Celtics to me.
Oh,
But
you
that's
saying
not
defensively?
yeah, defensively,
Oh,
yes.
okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, after that trade deadline, the Lakers was number one in defense. They were the best. Come on, bro.
And then people talking about AD too small for Jokic. What are we talking about, bro? He's not too small for no Jokic, bro.
Jokic did cook that man, but it's like I
Making excuses,
listen,
bro.
Listen, JB like capping for you feel me, KG and all them, bro. But obviously AD ain't all the way the same defender as KG, but you can argue AD is the better interior presence because AD been sending shots since he came into the league, bro. Whether you want to say it or not, he's been a very good defender in the paint. And if Jokic is doing that to that man, there's a lot of bigs that he can do that to.
Nah, wait, you saying that AD a better defender than Dirk?
Then no, I said you can.
I mean, KG
interior presence, like in terms of interior presence, there's in terms of protecting the paint, AD is one of the best I've seen. I'm not gonna lie.
He one of the best I've seen, but he's not better than KG at that.
You can make arguments for it. You can definitely make arguments. Yeah, he got more block titles. He's just.
It is what it is, though. But yeah, back to the Lakers and the Lakers and the Nuggets rivalry. It's not gonna be much of a rivalry because I think the Nuggets from here on out, it's their time. I'm not saying they're gonna win the championship next year, but they could. It's a possibility. It's so much parity in the league. I can't just go and say they're my favorite to win the title next year, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. Because like I said, it's that much parity in the league. But this is a rivalry between the Nuggets and the Lakers that I think is not going to be in the Lakers' favor. They got an old LeBron James. Anthony Davis is regressing offensively. So I don't see this being the rivalry that people want it to be or think it is, but it's definitely a rivalry.
They're probably gonna meet again next year.
Yeah, I could see it happening, but that's all I got to say about that. What's next? We got
our last one, and then we gonna open up the chat. We got Joe Mo and the Celtics.
Wait, what's the other ones though? What's the other ones?
I mean, we got the Ja suspension, and then Fred VanVleet.
Scratch that. I don't even want to talk about that. You said Fred VanVleet and what else?
The Ja suspension.
Fred VanVleet and Josh. That's it. Okay, so let's get to the Joe Mazzulla.
So we got Joe Mo and the Celtics up there, man. They decided to keep this man. I mean, led them to one of the most efficient offense of all time. You know, in terms of offensive purposes, he was great. But in it all, bro, he didn't deserve that job more than Ime Udoka. And I'm glad Ime Udoka got a job. You could clearly see that as in they went a lot of games with the Hawks in the first. No, they went 5, right? They went 5. Never mind. They went a lot of games with the 76ers. They went 7 with them. The 7 with the Heat, bro. Like you could clearly see. And yes, Ime Udoka went 7 with the Heat as well. But the first 2 rounds they cruised through just like that. They got through. So it's like, well, they went 7 with the Bucks as well, but we know how Jason Tatum was during that series, very inconsistent. But they played much better their last playoffs than this one. I mean, Joe Mazzulla just isn't as good as a coach as Ime Udoka.
I was a lot hard on Joe Mazzulla. Still kind of weary of his coaching abilities, but he was thrust into a situation where he wasn't even the leading candidate to be the replacement for Ime Udoka. So he is put in a tough situation. A lot of his coaching staff, a lot of Ime Udoka's coaching staff which Joe Mazzulla was a part of. A lot of them have went on to do different things. One of them works for the Jazz. Another one has took a coaching job in college. So all of that has trickled down to Joe Mazzulla having to find a coaching staff adequate enough with just 1 week before training camp. So this whole season, I have to give him credit. I have to give him credit. It was pretty good in his defense. But was it him or was it the talent of the 70s? Of the Boston Celtics? That's another thing I got to question. Because I think they're talented enough to win those many games just on talent alone and the capabilities of their individual players. So I really don't know. But X's and O's, he's a guy that it was a lot of questions with. A lot of things he did in the playoffs, a lot of questions with. He was questioning why he shoots so many threes, and is that a strategy they're gonna keep doing? He said, "Oh yes." Next question. Like I don't know. It was just a lot of things that he was not doing. He seemed very like misinformed, like he didn't know what to do at times, and it's all things I respected because this is his first head coach job. He was behind the coaching staff bench. He was a part of the coaching staff, but he was behind the first bench. So that's the like he wasn't of high status in the coaching staff, and he was put as the head coach. I mean, look, the front office has their beliefs in him. They felt like he did a pretty good job having all of those things against him. Still was able to make it to a conference final. Going 7 with the 76ers, going 6 with the Hawks, going 7 with the Heat, which they had the Heat were up 3-0. Things of that nature. I don't care how much you got to find a coach staff. I don't care how much. Like, it's no way you be down 3-0 to the Heat. It's no, not even the Heat. Let's forget the Heat because we know that they have a body of work in the playoffs. 3 conference finals, all of that. But what about the Hawks? Why are y'all going 6 with the Hawks? I don't care how much of a dilemma it was for him in this new opportunity. Why are you going 6 with the Hawks? If they believe in you that much as their head coach, and they don't think you going 6 with the Hawks is not telling of, I don't know. We seen that times in the playoffs the Celtics were able to play the same defense that we have known it, but that's in spurts.
I mean, I feel like the Hawks, they were a pretty they played their pieces wrong. I think they're a pretty stacked team, but like the Celtics they're like supposed to be one of the best teams of all time, basically. This version of the Celtics, statistically, is supposed to be one of the best teams of all time. On both ends, at one point they were the best defense of all time and the best offense of one time through like the first 30 games of the season. So they were statistically supposed to be one of the greatest teams of all time. And going, like I said, the Hawks is a good team, but going 6 with that team, nah.
Yeah, and keeping them, they supposed to be adding some veteran guys around them. I heard Sam Cassell. I think I think yeah they added Sam Cassell on the coaching staff. That's a good pickup.
Yeah,
And some other I think Paul Silas from Rockets. So
yeah.
he was just the head coach of Rockets. Now Ime Udoka is, but and a lot of the guys that was on the coaching staff with Ime Udoka with the Celtics, they're running over there with him. So they not really trying to be on this Joe Mazzulla train with the Celtics because I guess they guys Ime Udoka who got done wrong by the Celtics. So it is what it is. Yeah. As long as if they're keeping them, they gotta add some veteran guys around who know the game to a more extent to a better extent than he does, because it's a lot that he doesn't know, obviously, bro. But that's it. We're gonna drop the link for y'all, man.
Yeah, come up, bro. Yeah, let me talk to you real quick. Let me talk to you real quick. Give you a nugget real quick, JB.
Yeah, and we dropped the link. There it is. JB, what's good?
What's good? What's
Yo,
good,
JB.
my guy? Exclusive, man.
No. I'm gonna stop you right there, JB. Jay Beasley. Hold on. Yeah, I was watching. You feel me? I clicked on 4 videos. I put this. I was talking to Eli about this too. I was watching 4 videos straight of KG defensive highlights, bro. I seen him on the perimeter one time, bro, guarding Clyde Drexler from the 3, and that's it, bro. He was slow, bro.
See, you
Talk
ain't do
about
your research
you.
extensively, Eddie.
Nah, bro.
He
You was
guarded
talking,
Michael Jordan,
and
Michael
I
Beasley, and
did watch.
Steve Nash.
I watched from '02 to '04 his playoff run. I seen he was getting a lot of boards. I can't say that he a really good rebounder, and I feel like he underrated there. Not a lot of people really talk about
BVO.
it.
Oh my guys here, man. BVO.
You just
Not a lot of people really talk about him when it come to getting rebounds. So I do give you that because I think he averaged like some like
19.
17 rebounds or like 16 in those 27 games in the playoffs that he had between there. So I give him that, bro. But you're not about to continue to cap for this man and feel bad for this man because he had to play against Kobe and Shaq in the WCF when LeBron then made it to the finals with way less than what he had in 2 years after that.
Yep.
So come on, no.
Do
You
that.
telling me
that.
you telling me that the 07, the 06, 07 cast is a
when
you said they was worse. I want to get you correct.
You hear me? Like, is my shit fucking up?
Yeah, your shit messing up.
Let me get on my laptop real quick. Hold on.
All right.
What's going on?
Yeah,
Hey,
man. What
I
y'all
just
thought
think
about what I said though, man? Y'all seem to be disagreeing with some stuff.
As far as what?
As far as the Ben Simmons stuff, BBO talking about I'm cat and all this.
I think
you don't give nobody no credit, man. At the end of the day, Ben Simmons, man, you hope to draft a guy to do what Ben Simmons is doing. 3 straight All-Stars, 3 All-Defensive teams. At the end of the day, he hit a wall, lost his confidence, and he might never be the same. I mean, when you draft a guy, you hope to get a guy like that because you got guys like what's that dude, Anthony Bennett, Greg Oden. You got guys who never ever do anything. So it's like you really hope. I mean, you hope to have an Andrew Wiggins. Everybody can't be LeBron. I mean, you really picking off faith, man. These guys ain't playing, especially to tell you the truth. These guys ain't even playing. They don't nothing but like them one-on-one workouts. Like they're not even running fives, man. Like a friend of mine is scouting for the Cavs, and these dudes coming in for workouts, and they want to just do one-on-one work. That means nothing. That means nothing. So it's a team, man. And at the end of the day, Ben Simmons had a bad coach, and Brett Brown showed himself to be a complete idiot. I mean, how do you take the ball out of Jimmy Butler's hand? Let's not forget Jimmy Butler was the first player since Iverson in that Raptors series to have 3 back-to-back 30-point games. So it wasn't like he could do anything else, and they chose Tobias Harris because Jimmy rocked too many boats. I mean, it's just tough, man. At the end of the day, these guys in the NBA, man, they don't know what they're doing when they draft them, man. Let's not forget they drafted Darko Milicic over Carmelo Anthony and Chris Bosh.
Let's not forget this, that Johnny Flynn was drafted over Steph Curry, and Steph Curry was coming off back-to-back seasons, leading the
that was
nation
to
in
Minnesota,
scoring.
right?
Yeah, 30 a game in the NCAA tournament on the biggest stage, and you draft Johnny Flynn.
And it's because Johnny Flynn showed his butt in Madison Square Garden. In the old mecca of basketball, he really showed himself, man, like to be.
Oh, what you mean the old mecca of basketball? What you mean?
Oh man, the new mecca of basketball is in LA, man.
Man, you better
let them know, man. Let them.
Nah, look.
I say this about New York. I think when it comes to like the culture of basketball, New York got it hands down as far as at the Dykeman, Rucker, gachos and all that, as far as at the youth level and in the street ball. But when it comes to like producing high level NBA caliber players, they don't got it no more on that level. They did once upon a time, but
in the 50s and 60s, bro. In the
50s, not even that far. You can go back to the 90s, the mid 90s.
Who's the last guy they had other than Star?
Look. They had Ron Artest, Lamar Odom, Stephon Marbury, Guy Shamgar. They all came out the Clint. Exactly. Then after that, you had Sebastian Telfair, you had Lance Stevenson, you had Kemba Walker. I'm not talking about. Look. I'm not talking about they got to be Hall of Fame, All NBA type of player. I'm just talking about producing NBA players.
But that's what I'm saying. At one time, New York was producing Hall of Fame, all-time great players. I mean, my dad got to see Kareem as a kid in the parks. He got to see, Dr. J come to the hood and play. So that's what I mean. What I'm just saying is, it's no longer the stars do not come out to New York. They can't even attract a decent star to come play in Madison Square Garden. I mean,
JB that guy, and I ain't talking about the JB in here.
You said what?
I said JB that guy, and I ain't talking about the JB in here. I'm talking about the JB, Jalen Brunson.
Brunson, right? Not Brunson Cole.
Yo, but go ahead, BVO. I'm gonna get back on JB when you done.
And BBO ain't talking about nothing, man.
Hey,
All right, so
Hey,
what
let
you
me.
think about that though, Eddie?
I want to hear about that KG stuff though.
All right, wait, wait,
What
wait.
y'all?
What I think about what, JB?
Nah, he said your boy got mad because he said New York fell off on the basketball scene.
Who got mad? Eli.
Yeah,
Man, Eli don't care about the Knicks. He don't care about the Knicks.
Bro, I care about the Knicks now, bro. When Julius Randle leave, bro, I'm gonna be a Knicks fan, bro.
Nah,
why y'all
we. I
not
mean,
Nets fans?
nah, we. I never been a Nets fan. I ain't gonna lie,
Come on,
never.
y'all from Brooklyn, right? Come on now.
I mean, I'm from the Bronx, so I've
Oh,
been a Yankees fan. So
I mean, exclusive from Brooklyn. No,
Man,
player.
Eddie is from Brooklyn too, bro. He from Brooklyn too a little bit.
I'm from the Bronx, bro. I lived in the Bronx for 10 years of my life. I live in the Bronx now.
You lived in
So
You know,
Brooklyn for like another what 7? So
seven,
you that's about
7. It
even.
was 7 years. I lived in Brooklyn for like 7 years. But anyways,
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
all right, but yo, all right. So right, JB, you said you felt like the Cavs team, right? All right, so LeBron best two players in that 7 run was Larry Hughes, all NBA defender, like 16. He could get you 16, 15 a game. He was getting 15 a game for Braun, right? Then
yeah,
Big Z, what, like 14 and
yeah,
10 type of guy, right? Then when we talk about KG and his deepest run, when they went to WCF, it was Cassell was still there, averaging 20. And then you had Sprout, average like what, 16, 15?
yeah, around there. You talking about in the
So
playoffs? Just the whole playoffs?
if
Or
you're
you
talking
talking
about
about
in
the
the
series?
playoffs, Larry Hughes, he's I wouldn't say sucked, but he did not get better. He went a little lower.
So you telling me that you taking okay? Why these Zerbiak? That's cool. I don't know why you keep bringing him up. I mean,
Now
he
I
was a
ain't bring
good
him up. I ain't bring
scorer,
him up
but
this time. He was
nah. But you
Wally was
keep
only good for like
referring
1 or 2
to him.
years with KG.
He
He was only
never
good for
look. Yeah, he had his best year. I think the year
before.
probably the year before the year. I think it was after. I can't remember exactly the year, but his best year. I don't think they made the playoffs his best year. So I don't like that. That's out the window. You had Latrell Sprewell for a short amount of time. Like
But that's I'm only
I'm
talking about 1 run. The WCF
you talking
compared to
about one
LeBron
run?
making the
You
finals.
can't
Yeah, I'm
say
just talking
nothing
about.
because look, I can't get mad at that run. I can't because they went to the Western Conference Finals. They ran into a Laker team, a super team at the time, and they just got beat. But they didn't get embarrassed. They put up it was all the games was pretty much close, even,
So
and they just came up
let me
short.
ask you something, JB. You think
Yes,
the Timberwolves beat the Pistons?
yes, I believe
So
so.
then why can't the Timberwolves beat the Lakers?
Matchup, stop matchups. There's matchups. Defensively, defensively, the year they wasn't the Detroit was a whole nother monster that year
Yeah,
defensively.
of course, one of the best
Plus,
all
plus
time.
Kobe really lost that series for him.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Kobe lost that
Okay,
series. They
now
really should have won.
I'm glad
No,
you
you
said,
don't know what you're saying. Karl Malone lost that series for us, man.
bro.
He wasn't. He didn't even play. What are you
BBO,
talking about? He was hurt,
That's what
Carmelo
lost it
was hurt.
for us.
I think Carmelo played like
bro. They
two
could have
games.
won without Karl Malone, bro.
That's not true,
Carmelo
man.
was not a.
That
Karl
is
Malone was
true,
the
bro.
glue of that team. I'm a Lakers fan, man. I would have gave anything to have had Karl Malone healthy and Gary Payton hurt, because Gary Payton really didn't fit in the triangle offense because he
BBO,
wasn't a good shooter.
Kobe averaged like 20 off like 30 field goal, bro. It don't get worse than that. And he wanted to play hero ball and not let Shaq,
I'm gonna tell you this, man.
do
That's
what
the
he
thing.
can.
That's the thing, man. When you talk about Kobe, man, because he's dead, he's getting overrated. Kobe probably is the second greatest shooting guard of all time. I
Probably.
get that.
Look,
Probably
Nah,
second
he
greatest.
is, bro. Come
I
on, bro.
look.
listen, no,
Let me
listen.
ask you this, bro. After you
Let's
done,
not
go
forget.
ahead.
Let's not forget what Dwayne Wade did in '06, bro.
Oh
Let's not
my
forget.
god.
Let's not
Oh
Hold on.
forget
man,
this,
bro.
Let me ask you this:
at
if
six
you a Lake,
four, at 6'4", the man went in there and beat a team that
What
was
does height got
running
to do with it?
rough shot over the league. You hadn't seen a finals like that since like Jordan, or
That make
then
him
later on
second
when
though,
LeBron
BBO.
came.
Whoa,
Second.
whoa. What you mean I haven't
Pull
seen
the
a
numbers
final?
up, kid. Pull the numbers up.
I just seen Jokic dominate this year, Steph dominate last year, Giannis completely dominate. Giannis averaged
It's
35 and
before
15.
these guys were playing. I know you didn't think the NBA existed before these guys start playing, but back in '06, we had never seen a guy play that at that level since Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
a
later
fact.
on, LeBron played at that level. We had never seen it. We had never seen a
So
guy
then
play like that in the finals.
why didn't you wear it like that? You capping, bro, because just 3 years before, 4 years before, Shaq dominated. He went 3 straight runs, dominance. He
We're talking
averaged
about a
38.
guard. We're talking about a guard
So
or a
then make
wing player.
that clear. Because first you said we hadn't seen a run since D Wade like that, right? And then I just broke it down to you. The last 3 Finals MVPs completely dominated the competition. Then you're gonna use the fact that before. Now you said before, and I just told you Shaq.
So
Now you're saying
okay,
guards.
I
Now you're
could be
saying guards.
technical. So before Shaq, who was absolutely completely dominant those 3 years until he got addicted to Big Macs, and
Yeah,
then you seen us lose. No, that's what Shaq said. Shaq said he got
I
addicted to
agree.
Big
I
Macs.
agree.
So then, the more Shaq won, the more he ate. So he kind of ate himself out of being the best player,
All
and he
right, but
kept getting
BBO,
hurt.
that's
But
one ring.
but
One
listen,
ring.
but then we go,
D
and then we
Wade was
go
the
to the
best
next
player.
year when Chauncey Billups won it. But Chauncey Billups really wasn't dominating. He just would happen to be perform the best, I guess, on that bunch of
Yeah,
a
same thing
bunch
with
of
Tony
gridiron
Parker.
gang guys.
Same thing with Tony Parker and Kawhi. We know that. We know runs like that. Tony Parker in '07,
Nah,
Kawhi in 2014.
yeah, I mean, I tell you what, I think people don't understand, man. When you talk about Kobe Bryant, that is a guy who had an identical game. And Kobe's my favorite player, probably of all time. He had an identical game to Jordan and wasn't on the same planet as Jordan. You got to
But
remember
BBO,
that.
you think it's a debate for who's the second greatest shooting guard of all time, bro?
But
I
listen. Let me
I think I would say I would give it to Kobe, but I'm telling you, Dwayne Wade, man. I know he's kind
let
of
me get back
he's
on it,
real
bro.
zesty
Let me
now,
get back on
but
it.
Dwayne Wade defensively, the guy could block shots, guard you, score, pass a little bit. I mean, don't
Kobe
forget
could do that.
Dwayne Wade was that
Kobe
guy,
could do
man.
all that.
Yeah, but
Kobe could
the
do all that.
thing
This
is,
a guy
Dwayne
doing
Wade.
all that at 6'4".
Look, Dwayne Wade
Kobe
had a case.
6'7".
What we
Go
bringing
He
the
ahead.
had
height
a
up into
he had a
BBO?
case. He had a
Like
case, but he got injured, bro. He had the knee problems, and he never was
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
player.
that's what I'm saying.
that's what will isolate him because Kobe was able to play through those injuries. So I'll give
Now,
it to Kobe, but
yeah,
I'm just saying there's a case. There's a case.
no, it
I
was
don't think
look.
it's far
In
from a kid.
2000, look, in '06 to maybe like 2010, it was a case. You know, it was very a
Oh
case. It was a
yeah.
year
Like as
where
they're both
he
playing in the
averaged
league, but when it comes to
he
them
averaged
both being
yeah.
retired, there's no case you can make, bro. Because when we talk
Nah, it
about
ain't.
it, when in terms of winning, Dwayne Wade has performed on a superstar level, winning a finals one time, right? He's been to 4 finals. He's performed on a superstar level in 4 finals twice. Only 50% of his time, Dwayne Wade was considered a superstar in his finals, right? 2011 and the one that he won. Dominant, don't get me wrong, dominant performance, right? Last 4 games, he dropped 35 plus to win the series. Then we go 2011. He was clearly the best player on the floor for the Miami Heat. He averaged like 27, carried LeBron. LeBron, we know he had his meltdown. He's the reason they lost that series. Then we go to his next one in 2012, averaged about 22, played decent, played good defense. He wasn't the same player no more. That's when he started to go through his injuries. Dwayne Wade's peak is nowhere near as good as Kobe's. Kobe's peak is in the conversation.
What would you say
No,
Kobe's
I
peak
wouldn't
was
say
when he
that.
was averaging 35 a game and losing every game? What would you say his peak was?
Losing every game. I mean, he won 45 games. He was what I think 5 games.
We was getting cooked. We had Smush Parker at the point. You had Kwame
Exactly. He
Brown
won
as our
45
center.
games. He won 45 games with Smush Parker as the second best player and Kwame Brown. Well, Lamar Odom was the second best player on that team.
Well,
Sorry.
Lamar Odom was
Lamar
our
Odom.
second best. But
Who?
Lamar Odom is one of those guys where I seen Lamar Odom give Yao Ming 40 and then come back and score 5 points.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a
So
hoop player, bro.
I'm not saying
you
he's
know,
extra
because
help. I'm saying
Lamar
he
Odom
was
is
that
like you
second
with
best
the
player.
sportcaster. 1 minute you come with a good point, and then you just come out
Yo,
like with some off the wall stuff like you're doing right now. But I'm
no, I
telling you,
said, wait, so
I'm
Lamar Odom
telling
was
you,
not the second best player on that team? What are you talking about? I didn't say he
he's
was
not.
a superstar. I say he was the second best. What are you talking about on the off the rate? He was the second best player. He averaged like 15, and he averaged the second most points, second most rebounds, and was the second best defender on that team. What are we talking about, BBO?
Lamar was not no defender on that team. Lamar was playing point forward for us.
Bro,
This is
that
the thing you gotta
team,
understand. See, this is the thing
that
you gotta
team.
remember. Kobe was shooting the ball like you've never seen. He was shooting the ball about 34 or 35 times. You're gonna get those points, bro, if you ball hogging. I seen Kobe. I'll tell you something I
And
seen
then
Kobe do. I'm gonna tell you
then
something,
here
and I'm
you go with
unbiased.
that. Kobe shot
I
almost
seen Kobe. Listen,
47
I
from the
seen
field.
Kobe. I seen Kobe. We had a chance to beat the Suns, right? Kobe, he get a little wet and soft sometimes, so he was upset. He want to pout like a girl, and he refused
Whoa,
to
BVO,
shoot.
you skipping one
He
major part.
refused to shoot.
BVO,
That's what I'm saying.
you skipping a part where they had 50 and they lost because of the rest of the team. You skipping that part.
He has
You
50.
skipping that part.
I mean,
Just like
I think
we want
you're
to
right. He
cap.
took a lot of bad shots, man. The thing
We want
is,
to, bro.
Kobe,
He
He
had
took
50 or like 60 field goal. Go check the
man,
box
Kobe,
score out. I
listen, bro.
watched that
Kobe
game.
get,
Kobe Bryant was
he took.
phenomenal. That was game 6.
bro.
No,
I'm
game
trying to
5.
tell you, man. I'm
Hey,
trying to
look,
tell you, as somebody who was there. Kobe Bryant
look,
is only loved like this because he's dead.
look, look,
When
look,
he was
look. If you,
alive, niggas was not messing with him, bro.
oh, look,
Everybody
look, look,
sided with Shaq.
That's
look,
Everybody sided
cap,
with Shaq.
bro.
look,
That's
look. Hold
cap.
Go
on,
ahead.
look. If you was a Lakers fan, you would know that the triangle offense, the best scorer, it forces you to take inefficient shots. This coming out of Phil
And
Jackson's
he
mouth.
was still efficient, JB. That's the crazy
So
thing
what is
about it. He was
so
shooting
that debunk
47.
everything you
He
said.
was shooting 47 from the field, 36 from the three. The league average from three at the time was 35. Kobe was 0.1% above the league average for 3-point, and he's never been known to be a great
Look, I
3-point
know.
shooter.
Look, I know Kobe. He
Dwayne
not the
Wade
most
shot
efficient
50% for most of his career, bro. Look
because
it up.
every Dwayne Wade.
What is most of
Listen,
Dwayne Wade shots?
look,
DVO,
look,
come on, what are you talking about,
look.
DVO? You're not
Dwayne
even
Wade
paying,
was
like,
a
you're not
elite.
even.
Look. Dwayne Wade was an
All of them.
elite athlete with a quick first step. Who was known he could finish in his prime. He was known as Flash. Elite first step, elite athlete, straight line speed, laterally. He can get to the rim anytime he wants. Instead of a guy like Kobe, where he ain't the quickest, so he can't really get to the rim all the time. So he's forced to take these tough
You don't think
fadeaway
Kobe get to
shots.
the rim? I think
It's not,
Kobe's
No,
yo,
first,
he
no,
Kobe's
not
he
hearing
jab
what
had
I'm
step,
saying.
and he had
He
them
not
bunnies.
hearing.
I mean,
He
JB,
not hearing what
it's
I'm
not even
saying.
about let's
Look,
because I'm not saying it's an excuse, but let's scratch the fact that he took tougher shots. It's about
yeah,
him taking more shots in general. The majority of Dwayne Wade points was dunks. He has more dunks
exactly,
in a season
layups.
than LeBron James. It was dunks and layups. He had a good mid-range game, don't get me wrong, wasn't Kobe's.
Nah,
He had a good post game, don't get me wrong, it wasn't
look,
Kobe's. Most of his shits were
I
in the paint.
but look, I ain't gonna take. Look, D Wade was nasty in the mid range. I'm
He
not. He
was.
wasn't
He
just. He just
was.
wasn't just a finisher at the rim. I don't want to say
I
that.
can agree.
But
I agree.
but
I agree
a
with
lot
you
of his.
on.
He was so quick that it was hard. Like him coming off,
Mhm,
him splitting the screen. He one of the greatest all time at
mhm.
doing that. He one of the
I agree with
greatest.
that. I just seen some too
He
the
one
other
of the
day. I was watching
greatest
some.
spin. Like when it come to fit. Like when it come to as far as athleticism and getting downhill outside of maybe LeBron, Giannis, Russell Westbrook in his prime.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can't say it's a lot of many guys better than Dwayne Wade.
I look.
He was unstoppable, bro. You couldn't
Yeah.
guard him because he was so quick.
No, yeah, no, I fully agree. And that 4 years, the 2006 to 2010, 11, you want to argue Dwayne Wade is the better player between that time? Okay, but that's 4 or 5 years. Kobe played 20 years. He had about 16 of his years where he were all NBA. 15 of these years where he was all NBA. So that's 15 consistent top 15 players in the league by Kobe, like top 15 player in the league by Kobe. Dwayne Wade does not have that. When we talking about a body and work in his career, he's not close to Kobe. And that's why everyone has Kobe number 2. It's not about Kobe being dead. Because before this, you could ask Eli. If anything, I chilled out. I give Kobe more, if you want to classify it as hate now than I did before. I was calling him the greatest back then when he was alive. And when I came down to my senses and realized it was Michael Jordan and Kobe is more of the 4 through 8 spot, 4 through 9. That's when and that was after he died. That's when I actually
Hey,
figured out
Eddie,
that
can you please name your
DVO done
top?
threw the
You name
whole
your top
argument
10
off, bro.
all time.
my top 10. I got you off rip. MJ, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe at 4, Magic at 5, Bird at 6, Tim Duncan 7, Shaq 8. Right, Shaq 8. I got and it's
You got Shaq
intertwinable.
under Tim Duncan and Kobe.
Shaq
Wow.
Shaq wasn't as good as long as those two guys. When we think about Shaq, we just think about
Who
2000.
had the higher peak though? That's the question. Who had a higher peak than Shaq?
It's not solely about peak, because if you
There's
want to
been
talk,
since
if we want to talk
since
about
Bill
that,
Russell did it, there's been three peaks. Since Bill Russell did it in the 60s, and Shaq
okay,
was responsible
and
for one of them.
Kobe was also a part of that 3P. Yes, Shaq was the best player.
Man,
for
Ask
that.
Kobe who the man was. When you
What
watch
did
Okay,
his
Shaq
yes,
do
interview,
his first 8
he
years,
was the
bro?
man. But
I
tell
ain't
me
gonna
how
lie,
many.
bro, and I don't know if y'all seen this on the player show, but they was talking about how he was overrated, and they brought up some good points, bro. Not gonna lie, bro.
Player
But
choice are
who?
good. They be speaking a lot
they
of
said
player
Shaq
choice.
was
They got some
Yeah.
good
overrated.
points, bro.
But yo, and then at 9 and 10, I got Hakeem and Steph. If you want to put Hakeem over him, whatever. I just know I got Steph between 9 and 10.
I
Whether-
I
So
really,
you got
Eddie,
the
you think I
second
should,
greatest point guard that low?
Eddie, you think I should bring up the video when they were saying that or no?
Uh, I don't know. But hold on. You all right? After you can after this. You said I got Steph that low, bro. Right? There's no other point guard. I didn't put no other point guard ahead of him. Right? The next furthest point guard is O Rob at like 11 through 12, somewhere around. Probably because I
You
got I
said
got
who?
O Rob, Big O.
You got him over Isaiah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Wow.
And then I got Isaiah 4, and I might throw. I like J Kidd a lot. I really do.
Wait,
But
wait,
that,
wait, wait.
You
Nah,
know
Oscar
Isaiah
Robertson
won
not over
2
IT,
straight, right?
bro. Chat.
And
so,
beat
Who?
Jordan, beat Bird, beat the
bro,
Magic Man. You remember that,
okay.
right? At under
Look, I
16.
love. Yeah, I love this. I love when y'all bring this up. Do you know how good that Piston teams was? They had a stacked roster. Bill Laimbeer. They had a lot of guys on that roster, bro. A lot of good guys. Joe Dumars,
You
Bill
just said
Laimbeer, a
Bill
lot
and
of
Beer,
guys.
bro, and stop. You said Bill and Beer and stop, dude. That team was good because of Isaiah, nigga.
Only because of
Isaiah
No,
was
Isaiah.
not because of
If that
special.
him, but
if that
No,
was
no.
true,
Isaiah
if that
with
was
Joe
true,
Dumars as his co-star.
then
Dude,
the job
if that
better.
Isaiah
was
was
if that
special.
was true, Joe Dumars wouldn't have averaged 27 and won the Finals MVP against who was that in the second one? The second one was LA, right? Or was it the first one? I know it was LA and the Blazers. Which one was the one Joe Dumars won? I know it's the second one. Which one was that one?
Deal against the Lakers, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, the better team that he was the best player on the court when they beat the better team, bro. So what is we talking about here?
I'll
Joe
say
Du-
that.
Joe
I'll say
Dumars got
this.
a Finals MVP over IT. It's not the same way like okay Steph or Big O where Kareem got the Finals MVP over the Big O and
Let's
he
not
was
act like Andre Iguodala didn't get a Finals MVP over Steph. It
okay.
happens, bro.
Good point. But
It happens. I mean, all I can tell you is this: when you talk about, for me, I'll tell you for me. When you talk about number one, of course, it's Jordan. Number two is LeBron, and for me, number three is Kareem. Number four is the Magic Man because he got 5 rings,
again,
bro,
I'm not mad you
and
got
went
Magic at
9
4.
times. So
Not
then,
yeah.
so then you
But
gotta
again,
have for me
who did
6 is
Magic
Shaq.
have on his team throughout that time?
You
Shaq
said who?
5 is who did Magic have? Magic had the greatest player of all time on his team up until then. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the guy who won.
No, he was
He won,
fading, bro. He was fading towards the end.
but
He
he
was
was
fading
still
towards
really
the
good.
end.
Yo, BVO, did you know that I think the second to last championship that they won through the playoffs, through the entire playoffs, Kareem averaged 27 and like 15
I
through
mean,
the entire playoffs, and he's like
I get
35 years
that. I
old.
get that. But I'm telling you, on
Then he
those
like
Showtime Lakers teams, you got to remember how great they were defensively, man. And James, big
And
game
Magic
James,
wasn't a
hit a
strong
lot
defender.
of big
It wasn't
shots.
because of him. It was because of Michael Cooper, Byron Scott, AC Green,
No, Byron Scott didn't come to the
James
second
Worthy.
round. Byron Scott didn't come towards to the end. That's when he came towards the end.
It wasn't for it was like near the middle. It wasn't it like 86 he got drafted in?
I think it was like 86. He didn't really come on till like
Yeah,
around 87,
that's
89.
before finals he played with them.
But this the thing. This is the thing I'm
86,
saying.
87, 80.
Man,
Yeah.
that
But
Lakers
they didn't
team
go to
was
the
deep,
finals
bro.
a couple of those times. They missed the finals a couple of
They
those
remember
times.
they played he played against MJ. He played against the Pistons. Then he had the one against the Celtics in his rookie year, and then he had one more, like 3 to 4. That's enough.
And he had the one in night. Yeah, you talking about the one in 91, 87 when they lost to the Pistons, and
And then he played with the Celtics against the Celtics. That
I don't
last
think
one
I
they
think
had.
I don't think I think he was on the bench when they beat us in '86. I think he was on the bench then. But I'll say this. When you talk about, and then the reason I got Shaq number 5 is because for that 3-year period, we never seen a guy dominate the league like that, and I doubt you'll
I
ever see it
agree. Well,
again.
I agree, bro. I
I
think he
mean,
has one
he was making Tim Duncan look like he
a
looked like
I
baby.
a tomato can when
BBO,
he was up there with Shaq.
Yo,
BBO, you gotta
BBO,
look
I
up that.
agree.
Y'all gotta
I
look up
agree.
that video the Players Choice had, bro. They was cooking that, bro. They said Shaq didn't go up, and y'all like to say, "Oh, Jokic didn't go up against no premier centers." What premier centers did Shaq
He
win against,
didn't.
bro?
He didn't go
David
against no premier
Robinson.
center in the finals, bro.
No,
In the
through that
finals.
run. No, it's not even just the finals. It's through that 3-year run you said, not through his career. Because I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
one thing
David
people,
Robinson and Tim Duncan
bro,
was.
in
We would
2000,
have won 4 if they
you
didn't have
talking
them in
about
the
David
way.
Robinson in the year 2000, BVO, the guy who averaged 15 points in 2000. Okay,
I mean, I get what you're saying, but David Robinson was a
but
low,
we
bro.
talking about names. This is what I be
I'm
I
talking
talking
thought
about,
you
about
bro.
said
We
he was.
cannot
defensively.
be
You
I'm not
just
talking
talking
said he was
about
names, bro.
offensively.
overrated.
I'm talking about
Last
defensively.
week, 2 weeks ago, you said he was overrated.
Who
Who,
you
David
talking about me?
Robinson?
Yeah, you and Q, not BVO.
I
I
think
said
he's
David
slightly
Robinson was
overrated too.
overrated.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's
Matter of
not
fact,
about
nah,
his.
I don't think it was you. It was probably.
It's not about his career, bro. It's about when it was and the
He
production he
must have
was
had some of
doing,
that
bro.
mad dog, bro. No,
Tim
that wasn't
Duncan
me.
carried that man.
But I'll say this though. I love
Yeah.
talking. I love talking hoops with you, Ed, because you know a little bit. But I'm telling you,
Oh
man, when you
man.
look at the tape,
Now, BB,
bro.
BBO,
Listen, no, seriously. When you
you
look at
be
the
drunk,
tape,
bro.
you will
You be
see.
drunk.
You will see how like you will see that Kobe really is getting a lot of love because he's dead, bro. Like that's
Bro,
just what it is,
that's
bro.
from the casuals. I'm not talking. I don't pay attention to what casuals think, bro. The majority of people who actually know basketball, Kobe is ranked between the 4 through, like I said, 8 to 9 spot, bro. And he was that. And I was talking to JB about this last week or 2 weeks ago. Stephen A. Smith called this man. He said this guy might be greater than Jordan in 2006, bro. This man was 10 years into his career. He talking about he might be greater than Jordan already. And you could find that clip on Everything I Love. That clip is online. He's saying this guy might be better than Jordan 10 years into his career. So what do you mean? It's not just after he was dead. Yeah, I get it, bro. They took Kobe out of a lot of the great discussions because of his last 3 years in the A, how he was shooting 30 from the field, bro. 36 one year, 39 the
He
next, and
was
his last year was
trash
shooting
can
40.
water towards the end. He stole some money.
Yes, and
He
that
stole some money.
happens. That happens, bro. And
LeBron ain't stole no money.
I'm not saying Kobe is the GOAT. I
Hey,
didn't
you
say
know that
Kobe.
You realize when Jordan was
Bro,
old like that, you
I ain't
realize
gonna
he
lie, bro.
still was
I've
playing
been cooking
defense.
too long,
You remember
BBO.
that?
Like you be trying to say I smoking K2, bro. You going off like 7 bottles of Jameson right now, bro. You're drunk, bro. You just be saying shit. You just been saying
Yeah.
shit, bro. Like you talk
Hey,
like nah, BBO, bro. Like
I'm
you
cooking
said
you,
David,
man. I'm
bro. You
cooking you
said
to
David
get
Robinson
upset.
in the year
Yeah, this
2000,
nigga
bro. Like
BBL is struggling, bro.
I'm not mad at all with Magic being 4. I think it's definitely arguable. I even heard people argue him 3. I don't think he's there because Kareem is just more accomplished. But definitely Magic 4 through 5. There's no
Before LeBron came around, a lot of people used to have Magic like right under Jordan
and
because of
there's
what he
no
did.
I don't think it's wrong with that. That was the top 3 before LeBron.
I'm telling you, like and you know what? And to be honest with you, LeBron, you know, he just happened to, you know, I didn't think he would be better than Larry Bird. He turned out to be better than Larry Bird. I mean, Larry Bird, for him to become the greatest small forward like he did, I mean, I'm kind of excited to see this dude Victor Yama or whatever. I want to see how he do it because he's gonna be a 7'4'3". He's gonna be something nice. But all in all, man, that's the cool thing about basketball. It's always subjective. There's always a new dude coming because I think Ant-Man might be something special, bro. Like that boy Ant-Man, he gotta get out of Minnesota, but he
He
gonna be
is,
something
but he got
special.
a lot of names to climb, bro. Right? He got for me like a lot of people like to underrate this man. Clyde Drexler was a beast, right? He got to go through him. Then he got to go through James Harden, AI, a lot of guys, bro. He got to go through a lot of guys to be a rank of some of the best shooting guards of all time, bro.
You talking about all time
Well,
already? You
Iverson
got
didn't
11,
last
nigga.
long,
All
so
NBA
it's not hard
first.
to do that. Iverson
Nah,
didn't
nah,
last very long.
I'm not, JB. I'm not saying he gonna reach those levels. I'm saying if he
JB,
wants to,
BBO, you up here talking all this stuff. What your Lakers gonna do though, bro? They just got
Nothing.
swept, bro.
You gotta remember this, man. If we would have had our team, the team that we got the trade deadline the whole season, I think it would have been a different story. At the end of
Yeah,
the
what do you
day,
mean?
there
What
was
do you mean a different
there was
story
no
like that?
guessing that D'Lo would be that awful. There was no way to guess that D'Lo was that awful. I mean, he was garbage. I've never seen he was garbage, man. He couldn't shoot it. He
He was
definitely
bad,
couldn't
bro. But
defend.
I feel like y'all trying to pin a lot of that on him instead of saying how inconsistent both y'all superstars was. LeBron was hella inconsistent this playoffs, and so
LeBron
was
is
AD.
50, bro. What are you talking about? He's 50. Let the old man get
I
a
get he's
pass.
old, but LeBron James is still in the top 10, bro. He's still in the top 10 in the league, bro. That does not mean he can. Y'all can say, he's one of the best players in the league, and then go out and play a terrible game because of his age. You can't do that. You can't say, bro. Like I didn't
You know,
heard people still say this man was the best player in the league or still top
you
three.
know what we need to do. You know what my Lakers need to do, but they won't do. They don't got the nuts to do. We got to trade Anthony Davis, man.
Facts, bro. That's
Yeah, trade
We got
both
to
of them.
trade Anthony Davis.
Both of them niggas, man.
He he is a true cancer, man. Like since he's been there, other than that first year when he came there and he wanted to prove something, he didn't got big. He's still on the gurney. I mean, he's an awful player,
You
man.
got the
At the end of the
buzz,
day,
BDO. You got the
Whoa,
buzz.
whoa, he ain't no awful player.
every time no, listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is every time he falls, as a Lakers fan, I'm holding my breath. Every
That's
time
true.
he walking and chewing gum, I'm holding my breath. If he got it, I mean, he got hit in the eye and was in a wheelchair, bro. I mean, I've never seen that before. I mean, he got swiped in the eye and got rolled out on the wheelchair. So I mean, if you don't call that awful, I don't know what else to call it, man. That's garbage, man. That's not
But
the
when he
Laker way,
actually
bro.
plays, he's great, bro.
And got the nerve to say he wanted. Hey, listen, but you say that, but you act like he's doing it night in, night out. He's not. When he plays,
Yo, let me ask you this, BBO, because when I said this shit, this nigga E was jumping on my case. You and JB, you there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I
I'm listening to the
said,
cap, man.
look, I told Eddie the last real good year that AD had was in 2020, and I said he got injured in 2021, and then this season he had a stretch where he was incredible. I said this has been the best stretching games AD has had since 2020.
I did not go crazy because of that, bro.
Yeah, you did, bro. You said,
no,
I'm tripping. No. You said AD averaging a 20-point double. I'm like, bro.
No, I said no. You said that was not good. You said him averaging like 22 and 12.
I said that's been mediocre. I didn't say it wasn't good. I said
you said
mediocre.
it wasn't good, bro.
No, I said mediocre. You could go back. I could show you the show. I said
mediocre. But mediocre is mid, bro. That's damn near the same thing.
I want to ask you and E and Eddie this, that y'all said that what was that? Y'all said he was a top 5 or some player when he was in New Orleans.
What?
Oh, AD.
Y'all said he was like a AD.
He was. Damn,
yeah.
You don't
agree? Yeah, I agree with that.
Nah,
top 5 player.
He was definitely arguably. I think it would be him.
What? He
regular
season
bro.
dominant.
He was bro. He wasn't. It wasn't arguably nothing, bro.
Doors open.
He was a top 5 player, bro.
It would be top him, Kawhi, KD, Steph, and Bron.
You laughing at that shit? That's facts, bro.
That's the 5. Bron, Steph, KD, or whatever order. It's not an order. Bron, Steph, KD, Kawhi, and
he was like
KD.
He was like 6 or so. I can't say he was top 5.
Bro, it's not far off. You saw he was like 6. Like you arguing it like that's crazy, bro. You
no, the reason I said it's crazy for him to be in the top 5 because this dude, right, top 5, and he made the playoffs twice in the 8-year stretch in New Orleans. Like,
bro, what? All right, so you talking about who made the playoffs?
No,
bro, no, time out. You want to talk about KG though? You gonna argue?
No,
I'm
gonna cook you. I'm gonna cook you. Listen, you talking about if we want to do that? Listen, we talking about KG, right? You bringing up 3 years out of a 10-year career he had in Minnesota, where they was in the playoffs every year outside them 3 years. Anthony Davis' best season he had in New Orleans, he didn't even make the playoffs, bro.
Bro, he literally had worse teams than this man.
He didn't have no worse teams than KG.
Yeah, he did, bro.
Outside
for a long time.
No, he didn't.
Until he finally got Drew Holiday and DeMarcus Cousins, bro. Come on, bro. And we had those guys.
He didn't even have DeMarcus.
Oh, he didn't even have DeMarcus in the playoffs. Neither. He didn't even have him, but he was the reason why they had a pretty good season enough to make the playoffs.
That's scary that without DeMarcus Cousins, they swept Damian Lillard in them. So that lets you know that them boys could have been something special, bro. And I think Eli did bring that to my attention, bro. He was like, you never know, you feel me, what could have happened then. And now that I'm thinking about it, that's a fact, bro. Because Drew was so good in that round. I'm like, I was so surprised, honestly, bro. And then if you add DeMarcus Cousins to them, who was the best center in the league at that time, you talking about?
Yeah, man, JB, you cap, bro. BBO ran out of here.
Look, because y'all see, he threw me. I was really going on that KG. Once I brought up Kobe, he took it to the whole Kobe thing. That threw me off right
Nah,
there.
that's what BVO was talking about.
That's
But
what I
listen,
yeah.
this what
I wanted to get back to the points I wanted to hear before he came on
this
and
what I
started
wanted
talking
to
about
ask
Kobe.
you, bro. What's generally all right? So you know what? Maybe if you don't mess with the LeBron thing, right? Now let's talk about Kobe
Yeah,
taking his team
yeah,
to the finals with what he had, right? Since now we talking about two
yeah,
Western Conference teams, bro, matching up with teams like
yeah,
uh the Spurs and all these other teams, bro.
yeah,
The Rockets and this and that, bro.
yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Oh, no, I'm here. I thought you was go into detail. I'm listening.
I'm
I
saying
thought you
like
had more to say.
Paul Gasol,
You
all
want me
right.
to?
After Paul Gasol, the team is not really
I
that
don't.
good. After Paul Gasol,
Yeah, I don't want because
decent players around
here's
him.
the reason. The reason I don't want to use that era of Kobe's career because he's more so on the downside of his career and he ended up tearing his Achilles after that. I think a better example would be after when Shaq left and what he was able to do.
I'm talking about in terms of going to the finals. This was
You
2008.
talking about going to the final?
JB, yeah, I'm talking about in terms of winning
Yeah,
a championship or going to the finals, right? 2008. He went with that team.
yeah,
Why couldn't
yeah.
KG go? Now I'm talking about two Western Conference
Bro,
players. Why couldn't KG go with his team, but Kobe did?
Kobe the better. I mean, it's not even really about that. It's really about that team won like 60 games, I believe. So, oh 08, oh 07, or 50, some mid 50s. Like,
I mean, LeBron's team won
really,
67.
yeah. Kevin Garnett literally was doing everything for his team, majority of his peak. I'm talking about his peak. He was doing everything rebounding, scoring. He was doing everything. Literally, he had to do everything. So, plus, he playing every game of night. So on top of the load he got to carry and the minutes he playing on top of all that, that's difficult to do. To ask a dude to get a team to the finals with that team. Like when you don't really have like
Like
every year he got new. Look, every year he had a different player on his team as the second best player outside
so
of
what about
the
Dame carrying his team to the WCF?
different era. Plus if you really think about it, CJ McCollum was really putting in work. Like CJ McCollum was
Yeah, but
stepping up
nah,
big
I
time in
agree
the
with that.
playoffs,
But
bro.
after CJ Nurkic was injured, he didn't get to play with Nurkic. Like I think his big man was they had to damn stretch Alfred Rucamino, however you say his name, to the damn center, bro, because
Alpha
Nurkic.
Rukaminu, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
See,
Hey,
why Eddie keep moving
Luca.
the goalposts?
You're gonna say different era again, but Luke, like I said,
Nah,
Luca last year, bro. There's
yeah.
multiple names that have
He didn't
been
play
to
with
that.
no. Listen, he never played. He never had. Listen, Kevin Garnett was crazy. As good as he was, scoring wasn't even what he did best. So you asking the dude that's not really a scorer to carry the low scoring. Like if you had if in them years in his peak, if he had
Dude,
if he
yo,
had somebody a decent second option, he would have definitely been in the finals
bro,
them years in
Bro,
Minnesota, bro.
Cassell was a decent second option for that year. He put up 21, JB. Like
Bro,
bro. That's good, bro. That's the majority of what CJ was putting up.
bro, and the year you
Jalen
talking
Brunson
about,
was
he
putting up
went to the
16.
listen, but listen, the year you talking about, how far did he go in the playoffs? He went
All
to
right,
the
all right,
conference
all right. So
finals, right?
let's check that out.
Exactly. So, and the year you talking about, he won the league MVP, right?
Yeah, the year that he went to the WCF, I
All
believe.
right.
Yeah,
So
that's
what?
definitely
So
it.
what are we talking about?
All right,
He lost
let's
to the
go look
better
at that.
team. What are we talking about?
But all right, so the, you got guys like Kobe and LeBron who beat the better team when it came down to their in that era. You know, let's era. They beat the better team, bro.
So you trying to compare? You saying he should have did
I'm
more?
just saying, bro. KG's so great, right? Compared to those guys, right? And those guys were again in the like a little bit early. Kobe had a lot to prove at that time, bro. A ton. Had a chip on his shoulder. Same thing with LeBron. LeBron, 4 years, 3 years into his 4 years into his career, and this is his first performance past the second round, bro. At 21 years old, and he played phenomenal. Got until he got into the finals. So let me do a little. Okay, so the year he won MVP, right? His last ever playoff appearance until he got to Boston. He averaged 24 and 15 through this run. Shooting 45 as a big man, bro. That's bad.
Yeah. Who
Let
you talking
me
about, KG?
Yeah, KG 24 and 15 with 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. A good playoff run, bro, throughout the Western Conference,
Exactly.
right? I
Yeah.
didn't say I didn't, I'm not calling no scrub. I'm just saying I've seen better. The whole reason I'm arguing this is because I've seen better from Jokic, bro. That's it.
See, you can't. Jokic really is. We can't even compare Jokic to what he doing right now to what Kevin Garnett had to go through because he didn't have no Jamal
I
Murray
can because
or
I
no
can,
Michael Porter
bro. Michael Porter
throughout.
was hella inconsistent throughout this playoffs, bro.
Bro, that nigga was
And I
trash in his playoffs, bro. Like what?
yeah, bro. And I
He was
messed
Bro,
with
he
not
had
bro.
games
MPJ,
where
bro.
he
I
stepped
do.
up,
We met, bro. He didn't know because in the finals,
bro.
he was him and Jamal Murray. Again, when we talk about when we talk about the series that really matters most, right? So okay, the WCF, Jamal Murray
Yeah,
stepped up, yeah, but when it got to the finals, like Jamal Murray was really only a factor when it came to passing the ball in the finals, bro. That's why a lot of these games was close, bro. There was only one blow. It was 15 they won by. There was one blowout game that the Nuggets
yeah.
blew them out. 15. They lost. They won the last game by 5. They won another game by 9, and then they won another game by 10. They barely won these games, and it got out of the lead got out of hand once it got to the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I give
Like
you that.
the game started off with them being up like 15. Then through the second and third quarter, the Heat fought back. They were only down 3 most of these games, 3 points, 4 points, and then when it got to the fourth quarter, the last couple minutes, the free throws, all that. That's when they lost.
I mean, you see him, but the dude literally ball like I look, you keep going. Like when we talking about, you talking about just 1 year because you keep bringing up that 0-3-4
Now,
year,
yeah, I'm talking about this
and
one
he
year
did a
compared to
lot
that.
that year. He
And
did a
so did
lot.
Jokic.
You know what I'm saying? He did a lot.
Jokic led the
Listen,
playoffs
hold
in
on.
points, rebounds, and assists.
Look,
JB.
look. I don't want to compare it to Jokic. Let's do this. Jokic still got, like I said, I'm not gonna give it.
Cause
Jokic
Jokic's
still
better,
got a
bro.
lot of time.
Jokic's a better
Listen.
all-time player.
See, y'all not making. Listen, let's compare
But
Dirk. Let's
that's the
look
whole thing
up.
I'm trying to argue,
Feel
JB,
me?
is that
Let's pair a
Jokic is
guy in
better
his
because
era. I don't want to keep talking about guys that's not on his level. I'm gonna look up Dirk MVP season 06-07.
Wait, what you mean? Talking about
Let's
guys
do
not
that.
on his level? You talking about Jokic not on his level, man? You on drugs, bro.
I'm playing. Man, this nigga
he's
exclusive
not
man
playing.
Jokic, man. Nah, but
It's
look,
not that. I'm just
let's look.
saying, bro.
Yeah, but I want to look. Let's look at Dirk's MVP season 06-07 and compare it to KG MVP season in 03-04.
All right, so when I compare, I look at the advanced stats as well, right?
Go ahead.
Look at the record
Let's
as well,
let's look at
because
everything, the regular
all
season
right,
and the playoffs.
all
And let's
right,
look at the talent that he had on the roster. And let's look at the fact that he was in the finals
bro.
the year before.
Dirk never had no crazy talent that he played with, bro. Like
Oh my
he had
good
he
bro.
had good guys on the same level
What
as like
crazy talent. Let and at their peaks, because a lot of people listen.
with
At
him, bro. Because guys like Michael, when we think crazy talent, bro, guys like even in the 2000 solely,
you
bro,
want
we're not thinking
yeah,
Michael Finley, Nick Van Exel, and
bro,
Steve
them is
Nash
good
when we
players.
think crazy talent, bro.
All great.
Those are
That's a
good
great
players, but
team.
those are not great
That's a
talents, bro.
it's not good. But then he go to the Western Conference Finals with them guys on the team. So what you mean not great for talent? Oh, the
I
year
mean, I
before
didn't
I
say they
think
weren't
in
great
oh
players,
02.
great talents,
That's
though,
a
bro.
good.
That's not.
That was like a top 3 team in the West. What are we talking about?
I'm not saying they
That was
not. You want to get listen, JB. You want to give the excuse for KG losing that he had to play the Lakers. So did Dirk.
yeah,
Why you can only give him the excuse that he had to play the
Dirk.
Lakers,
But
but you
look,
can't give it to
Dirk.
Dirk.
Listen, Dirk had better
Again,
team,
I
bro.
get
Listen, this is the thing with Dirk. Dirk had a team around him. They put guys around him that can cover up his
not
flaws.
defenders.
So
Don't you dare say
I'm not
defenders. They
saying
didn't put no
defenders.
defenders out there.
When he, the year he won the championship, they did, but I'm not talking about that. I'm
Yeah,
specifically
that
talking
was
about
it.
that year. That year, no.
Mhm.
But they had guys offensively that can cover up what he couldn't do, and they had a team. A lot of what KG had to do, he had to do more than anybody outside of maybe LeBron as far as getting his team in the playoffs. Like he literally had to do everything. Plus, you taking into the fact that he never really had consistently help. Like he had a stretch of years, and you see what he did. And then he had early in his career, I can't even hold that against him because they was a young team when he had Stephon Marbury. but Marbury ran
Yeah,
out the
bro.
door and ended up leaving.
JB.
He had Marbury for like 2 years, bro.
Trell averaged
And they made
20 in the playoffs. Trell averaged 20 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Cassell averaged 17 with 4 assists and a steal.
It don't matter what you average. It's who you going up against.
And again, I'm not saying he should have beat the Lakers, but I'm telling you, like compared to like other guys at that time, right? Okay, so yeah, Dirk got defensive help during this time, but the offensive help went down as he got the defensive help. That's what it took for Mark Cuban to
It
get all
didn't.
them guys, right?
He always had a guy. Listen, for majority of Dirk's career, he had a guy when he came into the league. It was a dude in Michael Finley. He was already averaging 20 when he came into the league.
And I just told
Like
you, Trell
Dallas,
averaged 20 through this run.
bro, that was one. You talking about he played with Sprewell for
But
like
I'm
2
saying
years.
we comparing singular years, bro. We comparing
Yeah,
KG
look, when you do
Smith.
that, but listen, when you doing that, he went to the conference finals that year. So what's the point, Eddie?
What do you mean? What is the point? I'm telling you, that's the reason why he went to the conference finals because you got
Yeah,
one
but
guy
I know,
averaging,
but
another one averaging
so you
17.
saying he should have did more and he should have won? Is that what you saying?
Bro, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you try to parade this flag around saying he had no help, bro. He had
Bro, he
these
had
two
help
guys.
1 year. 1
Okay,
year.
and what have we only been talking about this 1 year?
Exactly. That's the only you can't bring no other years up. The year
And
before
then
that, they lost to the Lakers in the first round.
you just said Kobe won 60 games, so they had a decent team, right? These
Nah,
guys won
they had
58. They
bro,
won
that
58.
08, that team 07, 08 is way better than that 03, 04 team.
It's not way better because after
It is.
Paul
It's
Gasol is
way
like,
better.
bro, like
Lamar Odom.
Paul Gasol and Trell is very comparable. Like guys who can play defense who
And
can get you. Bro,
I
the
think
guys.
Latrell Sprewell is a better scorer, but Paul Gasol, what he did in the triangle offense with his passing and his ability to do, I want to say protect the rim, be a decent defender. Plus, you got a point forward in Lamar Odom. Like, come on. I'll say Latrell Sprewell, and plus that was like a skill.
Cassell was definitely
He was good.
definitely
He was Latrell was
better
like
than
that was like a Latrell that was good, but it wasn't like Latrell. We acting like he had Latrell in 99, 98. He didn't have that Latrell Sprewell. Still
it
good,
was still
Latrell
a good
Sprewell.
Latrell though, bro. If he's putting up 20 getting 2 steals in the block, that's still good.
Yeah,
Cassell does more than Lamar Odom, bro. Lamar Odom was a highlight guy.
As a scorer, he did more.
He averaged more assists too.
And he was a better defender, but
He averaged
what
more
Lamar
assists, but
Odom did,
that's like you're gonna get a lot
assists
of
don't
assists.
yeah.
I know,
Assists, I don't assists don't necessarily mean that a guy's a better playmaker. Because you look at a lot of guys, I look at to determine, you got to look at their court vision and the type of pass they can make. Can they make that skip pass to the weak side? Can they make the pocket pass? Can they make the dump off? Can they dump it off? Can they draw attention and make like? It's to me, I look at the actual passing, the type of passes they can make, and their court vision. I don't look at assist numbers because if that's the case, if we're looking at assists, would you say Russell Westbrook is in the same in the same on the same level as like a Magic Johnson or LeBron or
but,
I wouldn't
bro,
put
I'm
it
not gonna
like
lie. I'm not gonna lie. You know what else factors into that? Turnover. So the
yeah,
turnover ratio Westbrook has.
that do too.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So obviously, I wouldn't compare him to those. He's not that.
Yeah, but
he's far off of Magic. I wouldn't say like LeBron is clearly the better passer, but it's not like 100 miles better. It's like it's miles on it, but it's not by that far. Westbrook is a good passer.
I say LeBron. Look, it's certain Westbrook. He's a good passer because of the attention he draws as a scorer, not because he's a guy that got this crazy ability
then why we
to
don't
see
say
the
that about
floor in
LeBron
different
as
ways.
well? He can see the floor though. He's a
LeBron. The type of passes LeBron make is on a bit like it's different. It's different from the passes Westbrook. Westbrook, a lot of his passes is pick and roll, lobs, or dump off passes. Like a lot of his assists is from attention he receives as a scorer, not because he's a great passer. You get what I'm saying? Like for example, you look at Steve Nash as a passer, like the dude can make every pass in a book. The passes he was making, he was passing guys open. Westbrook don't pass guys open. He hit the open man. He coming, he driving, he dump it off to the big in the dunker spot, and occasionally he'll make a flashy pass in here and there, the live pass. He's making like the easy reads. He's not making any difficult type of passes, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You can't do that consistently for all that time because then
I'm not saying
who
I'm not saying I'm not saying he's not a good passer. What I'm saying is I don't put him in the all time great passer. This because that's the like if you look at Bradley Beal, for example, he averaged 30. Like, do you think he's an all time great scorer?
Bro, he averaged 30 for 2 seasons compared to Westbrook
Yeah.
averaging having
No,
like
no.
6-7 seasons averaging 10 assists
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. That's not what I'm saying. I don't think he averaged no 10 assists for no 7 years. Westbrook? You talking about over 10 assists?
He averaged like 10 assists for probably about like 5-6 seasons though. Let's see.
Oh, that's
Because he
I
got
have
like
to
his
double
3
check
straight
that.
seasons where he averaged a triple double.
Yeah,
He
but
has
what I'm
one
saying is
Wizards.
don't let because a guy average more assists or a guy score more that don't mean necessarily means he's a better scorer. Like if that's the case, Melo, would you put Bradley Beal and Carmelo Anthony in the same hemisphere as far as a score? Just a
But
score.
what are we talking about here? Bradley Beal has
What
like 2 high scoring seasons. Melo has
yeah.
more. That's what I'm telling you. Melo
No,
has
what I'm saying is
Melo
you
has a
have
scoring
people that
title as well.
yeah, what I'm saying is you got people that will say, well, okay, this guy, he never averaged this amount of assists. This guy got more points than him. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Guys will use that argument to say why a guy's a better scorer. But if you look at their skill set and him being a 3-level scorer,
I mean, yeah, but
scoring
if you
from the
talk about
post,
skill
the
set too,
footwork,
then like when you
yeah.
actually watch Bradley Beal, he's not really far off skill set from Melo. He's a really skilled scorer, bro.
Yeah, I'm
He's a
not
gifted
saying he's
scorer.
not skilled, but I'm saying he don't have, like I said, Carmelo physicality and ability to dominate in the post gives him the edge over a guy like Bradley Beal who predominantly scoring from the perimeter. You know what I'm saying?
Bradley Bill's a dunker, bro. Like he's an aggressor. He gets a lot of
Yeah, but
points inside.
he not a post like
Yeah, he don't have the
Carmelo can
physicality
literally
Melo
do
got, but
Carmelo can score in limited dribbles, he can score in the post, he can score just off a jab step.
I'm telling you, Bradley could do that as well, bro. He was with John
He
Wall.
can't I won't
He
say that.
wasn't,
Nah. John Wall, a lot
bro.
of
He
his
was with
point, like early in his John Wall was a very good passer too, though. It's not like early in his career, John Wall was
also Westbrook. He
generating
was
a
with
lot of
Westbrook
offense.
averaging. He's with Westbrook averaging. Yeah,
Another
and
guy
Westbrook.
that
He was
was a
with
good
Westbrook averaging 30.
play man. What I'm saying is don't
Yeah,
always I can't what I'm saying is the numbers don't always say. Sometimes they can
it
fool
don't,
you.
but
Like with
most of the
NFL
time, it really does. It really does
with
most of the
certain
time. You
guys it
can't
do.
really.
I won't say most
But
of the
that's
time,
why.
but with certain guys it do.
But you take the numbers with the eye test plus an extra. Well, you add like multiple numbers together plus the eye test, bro,
Yeah,
and it will let you know. Like I said with Westbrook, his
yeah,
assists plus his turnovers plus what I already know from him. Let me know
yeah,
that he's not on the level of LeBron, but he's like a top 15
yeah.
passer all time, bro. He's not
Yeah.
far. He's not that far.
I never said I never said that he wasn't a good passer. Top 15, I would say that. When you start saying, because he gonna finish top 10 all time in assists.
And if he can
Yeah.
push through with better, I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean,
Like I
there's
would
been a lot of passes. I can't name the top 10 passers of all time. I can name the top five, but
yeah. What I'm saying is when you naming a skill set, you can't say like this is a skill set. This is just off a natural ability. When they go from like when we talking about passing, shooting, I don't look at numbers and say based on these numbers, this guy is this. Obviously, that's just the
let me
final
know.
result. But the actual skill set, I wouldn't say Russell Westbrook is a top 5 passer all time, just because he gonna
Nah,
finish
I mean,
probably in the
I
top
don't
5
think
in the fifth.
people ever really said that. People know that obviously stats is not, bro, because LeBron is not the
Exactly.
greatest scorer of all time, bro. But you got the
Yeah.
people that do think that. But I'm not saying that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying when you add, you gotta. For me, it's always been adding the stats up plus the eye test, bro. You always add them up
Yeah.
together, bro.
But
Always.
look,
That's how it is for me. That's what I'm saying, and that's how I came to the fact that like Westbrook is a top
yeah,
15 passer, bro. Because I see
yeah,
the
yeah,
assists. But I minus it from like if he's averaging 12 assists with 5 turnovers, that's 40% of the time he's turning the ball over. The other
that's
60%
facts.
he's
The point that was this what I was saying about KG. I forgot exactly the point because I went into the Westbrook argument. But what I was saying that I think we was talking about what Sprewell and Gasol or something like that.
do something.
They went to Cornell. One scratch that one over. She didn't want to give it to you.
But
You said what? You still there?
yeah, I'm here. I said I'm finna close out now.
Oh no, definitely though. But hey, now we need it next time. Look, I want whenever you get time, whenever I want to do a real debate with this, like with facts and everything set.
All
I
right.
want to come prepared. I want to do a real debate with Jokic and KG.
All right, but
All right, yeah, definitely.
All right, but appreciate you for coming up here, JB.
Definitely.
Sure.